Borough Power Up, where OGs go live on 95.9, 96.9, 106.9, 103.2 HD, 1470 AM iHeartRadio. Ladies and gentlemen, quick shout out to all of our sponsors: Pizza Rica, Hideaway, Fat Pickle, Deck and Drive Pavers. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the 6th Borough, and we are live right now. Give it up for my co-host. Give it up for Denise Cassell. Let's give it up for Mag Job Kenny. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nico. Give it up for the one and only Joe Rubo.
Woo! Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while, but we are live from Boca Raton.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What a show we have tonight. I mean, I feel like we had a little vacation here. What's going on?
No, it was no vacation, but we're.
Oh, you had a vacation in a sort.
Well, I did have a vacation that turned into a disaster, but yes, it's been a little bit of a while that we are here today live, and we did some pre-recordings, and we actually played one of our favorite shows as well. But tonight they're going to get us live and well and ready to receive any calls, questions you want to have tonight. So we're super excited. We have a great show lineup.
Yes, we do. You know, no matter what, on Friday, it's a long day, crazy busy day. Just get so excited when I get here, like so ready to go, right?
Yeah,
Like we're in the locker room, ready to come out.
I feel like we haven't been here in so long.
That's
like, what the heck?
Yes,
Good to be
so
back.
far we're confusing everybody because we say we're here live and we're actually not. But
They're not stupid. They see their
no.
reruns.
We're live right now. We're live.
Well, I got to tell you, we have a great lineup tonight. We have with us Anthony Caliendo and his beautiful daughter Bella Caliendo that's going to talk to us about what's going on in their world and the great premieres that we participate in and their great backstory, which we love to hear. When we have OGs live, we want to hear more and more about what they've been doing and growing up in the 80s. Like we said before, we're Generation X. They couldn't name us. We're pre-Google. We're pre-everything. So you're going to get raw deal, the real live stuff here. So, yeah, Joe, ask me a question about my vacation.
Was it really a vacation? I mean,
well, let me just
I
tell
had to
you.
practically carry you around.
It was quite a trip.
Oh, my gosh, you guys are terrible.
She's fallen for this before.
Well, I will tell you, I went to a wedding, and you have to all give me a bunch of credit. Anyone that's listening out there, you have to hear this. I actually
What, for
went.
a single woman as beautiful as you showing up at a wedding? Yes, it's a rarity, yes.
Yes.
I never go to weddings. I couldn't possibly. Every time I go, I'm like, nothing lasts forever. They're like, who invited
it's
you?
whose
I'm like,
wedding?
I'm the DJ.
It's the question.
It's
whose
whose
wedding?
She went to the wedding, and I mean, when you told me this story, I had to give you some stars for this.
Okay, it was my ex-husband's family's wedding. So my niece, through his side, got married. And what was I thinking at the time? Everyone, please stop and pause and think about this. Imagine showing up at a wedding of which you had not seen your ex-husband in 5 years, but I'm very, very close to the bride and my sister-in-law.
Right.
After being married for so long, I show up, but before I actually showed up, I had an accident.
Because you forgot your cane at home.
I didn't forget my
Down
cane.
the flight of stairs as well. What the heck happened over there?
Wait,
They're like,
listen.
Yes.
welcome to the
You got
family.
to listen to this story. I
So
mean,
wait, I'm in a place I haven't stayed before, and I did not realize that when I exited the restroom in a house, there was a 2-step down. I stepped out as if it was flat,
ooh.
and so it was a free fall, like a jumpy. Was it a? I just fell.
Did you enter the bathroom from another?
I did.
Okay, because I'm like, how did you not know? Like, where'd you go in? I climbed in through the window.
All you heard was, I've fallen, and I can't get up.
That's such a great commercial because it's so true. There was 2 entrances and exits to the. It was a private home, everybody, but all said and done with.
Was there like a ruckus? You caused this scene, like clear the way?
There was
People
nobody
stop
in the
wedding,
house.
let's pick Denise up? Is that what it
No,
was?
this just happened at a house.
Happened
it
at the
didn't happen
house.
at the
My
wedding.
girlfriend that I was staying with down the shore, Jersey Shore, from
This
Jersey.
happened before the wedding?
This happened before the
yeah,
wedding.
there she is.
That's
There
me.
it is.
That's pretty much me right there. I tumbled over.
You got the same shoes
For those
on.
of you that cannot see, and you're on 95, I mean,
it's him without the beard.
our tech room likes to put these posts up of pictures of making fun of things that I primarily talk about. But as it may, listen, I stepped out and I didn't roll. I tried to protect myself and I made it worse. And so I wound up on the floor. Nobody's in the house, and I was literally saying, "I need help. I can't get up."
I just made that up.
I
didn't
gotta
know
say,
that was true.
we can't leave Denise alone. We got to get her like a bubble boy outfit. Because we leave her alone in a rainstorm. She's flooded.
Oh my goodness.
See, you're right.
You know,
You're right,
it took
Ken.
her 6 months to move next door. I mean, we can't leave her
She
alone.
posted the thing. The men were cutting holes in her wall. I have no idea what was
No
going
wonder,
on.
no wonder it's taking her
They were
6
putting
months.
like
She's
a- I don't
remodeling
know.
the whole friggin' joint.
Oh, listen, that's a whole nother story. Bees
No,
in
but,
May.
But think about it. You went on your trip. You got hurt. Remember when I went?
You rolled down the hill.
So, I mean, it must be us. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, there's a story for everything. Listen, I showed up at this wedding banged up, didn't realize how hurt I was. But I was determined to show up with all the adrenaline running. I get out of the car, and I before I got there, I told my girlfriend, you need to dress me. My foot's really hurting, but just squeeze that shoe on. And so I went there. I stepped in. I looked like I was actually 10 sheets to the wind because I fell into the doorway because the pain was so bad that I was protecting myself.
Oh, wow.
And so what's in front of me, my ex-husband's family. It looked like I had just been drinking for days. It really, it just was terrible. And I'm
It's
like,
a
oh,
gift
hi.
that
maybe
keeps
we
on
should
giving.
set
Thanks a
a
lot for
camera-
coming
we
out to
should
the
set a
wedding.
camera
Spin
with
the
her.
wheel, because I don't believe it. You're better off not showing up and just have them like
And you
make
did- and you did all
rumors
the,
of
You did
you.
all the interviews the other night too. You know, we were
I
worried
did.
about your feet. So
Yeah, so listen, I wound up getting a concussion.
Mad
I broke my toe. I broke I bruised the metatarsals on the top of my foot. And who knew you're not?
what?
It's the little bones on the
Oh.
top of your foot. So I went ahead.
Metatarsals.
Metatarsals.
She looked that up before.
Yes, she
It's
did.
the education. It's the education
Yeah, she did.
talking.
She was all trying to be all educated. She was like, and we're all like, what'd you say?
Metatarsals.
Oh, it's just a bone on top of the foot. We're like, oh, sorry, Miss Podiatrist.
Like dummy, that's a bone on top of
we're
her.
all like, what?
First time in my life I've heard of metatarsal.
It doesn't go on pizza.
Definitely not on pizza. Well, anyway, I wound up going to the ER afterwards, and I was diagnosed with all of this injury, and I was determined to get home the next day. I never told the doctor that I was flying. Who knew you're not supposed to fly? I slept the whole flight. You're not supposed to
fly with a
It's
concussion?
actually common.
I didn't know
Die
that.
from that.
and you're not supposed
You
to
would have
sleep.
like a hemorrhage in your brain and the blood, and then you would have
And the
died in
metatarsal.
and then your foot would have broke. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I made it back live. I actually represented it very well at this wedding. I just want you to know, but it took a lot of courage, boy. I was the only one from non-family that was there.
There you are.
You
There
know.
you are.
There's Denise.
Airplane. Look at there you are. There's a picture of her in the airplane right now. There, she's looking
Denise
good. I'll
after
tell you.
being left, yes, so they're looking at me. This is who is that character?
That's
That's from
SpongeBob.
that's from
one of the
SpongeBob.
guys.
Squidward, yes, okay. Again, if you're driving, I just want you to
Yeah.
know that they're making fun of me through all these posts. If you want to
too
catch
old
us
for
and
that.
see us,
Squidward.
I implore or encourage you to please go ahead and go onto our social media pages to watch us live or our YouTube, and it's the 6th Borough Power Up Hour. And just the facial expressions
Yeah.
and what we're talking about makes the show even much
Right.
more powerful and
You got to
funny.
see it.
You got to see it. You
gotta
just
see it.
got to see it.
If you're on 95, just place your phone on the dash.
Yeah,
No, I'm
there
just
you
kidding.
go. You can watch it that way. Hey, so let's talk about some of these events we did.
Yes,
There's
yes,
some
some
big
of the
time
events.
stuff going on with our buddy over here.
Yes.
Oh,
the other
yeah.
guy over
Kenny,
here.
I know.
We
got
got
to pay
got
to talk to you now, Kenny. Like, what the heck's
we
going
got a
on?
room.
You
We
know?
got a room full of celebrities over here.
It's crazy. Besides me and you, wait a minute. Hold on. At least you did something. I'm the only non-celebrity in the room. I'm
You
just
are
like
the biggest celebrity here. Who
no,
you
absolutely
kidding?
not.
Just
I'm my
saying,
own
the
stupid
Chicago guys
cheerleader,
on this
dude.
side
Look at
are
my
representing.
pom-poms,
Wait a
I'll
minute.
tell
They
ya.
worship you in the Jewish community.
No, Baruch Hashem, hey, that's the only one who pays my bills. All these Catholic people, they're not nobody. You know
They
what I
made
mean?
a star of Nico.
That's it, man.
They did.
I'm gonna invite all you guys to my bar mitzvah. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna be a double header. My bar mitzvah and Joe's bris. You know what I mean? A little off the top. It ain't nothing, Joe. Don't worry about it.
Don't
You know what I
worry.
mean?
They put an extra star, the extra candle on the menorah for
Yeah,
him.
that tip gets you in trouble all the time. So anyway, yes.
Hi,
we
Mercedes.
Yeah,
Mercedes
so we
Perez.
actually-
Mercedes who said
She
a
said
little fall
something,
could cause
like,
big
it was quick.
injuries. We know that.
yes, Little Falls, big injuries.
Oh, there it
Talk
is.
about the events.
Kenny, you made us proud.
Yes,
Thank
your
you.
fall
You
can
really
cause
did.
serious
Everyone,
injuries.
Kenny,
Yes.
we had a movie that he was in, and it was called?
The Squad, Rise of the Chicano Squad.
Yes, and it was at the what
Movies
location?
the movies of Del Rey.
Movies Del Rey. Yep. And Kenny, our one and only, he was one of the main characters of this movie.
Very good actor. I didn't know. you
Great
had a-
job,
really,
Kenny.
I
So
mean,
good.
he-
I didn't even know it was you. It was
Yes.
really, really.
And Juan?
You acted exactly like someone else, bro. You were freaking amazing.
Yeah, he
I
was
didn't even
like-
know. I was like, who's that guy up there?
Juan just
Oh, there we
was
go.
running
There's
for the
there's
West.
pictures of the event right there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you actually was. I mean, I have to say, you are the perfect fit for that role, given the story behind it, and from the Mexican history of the communities in Texas and everything.
Yeah.
So once again, you really got to catch this movie. And how do they do this again if they want to see the movie?
So we're doing another screening in September in New York, and then I think he should have all the editing fixed and everything that he wanted to change up and make the adjustments, and then we're going to be doing a premiere in LA.
Nice. Very nice.
But I think that's in November. So
we have 2 guests in the audience
Yep, we do.
that were at your premiere, and we invited them to the show. Say hi, guys.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it's an open
Let's
forum.
get a
We
shot of
welcome
them.
you all to come and show and spend
So-
time with us on Friday nights.
All right, we're going to we'll bring one at a time up. Come join me at the table over here. Come on, Tamara.
Yes, Denise made a good point. If you want to come to the studio, just come any Friday night, and make sure we're on the air that night.
Yes.
And, you know, we appreciate it.
Now, are these groupies? Who are these women?
Yeah.
She's, Tamara's a
mean, are they-
She's one of our biggest fans.
she's
We
an
Oh,
should
I didn't
be.
know if they were Kenny
Yes.
Mad Chop Kenny
Here you go.
groupies.
Make sure you
Yes,
talk in,
so
make sure don't press the
we
button.
give you a shout out, Tamara. Thanks so much for being here. What did you think about the movie?
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it a lot.
It was.
lot.
I thought it was great as well. I loved it. Kenny, of course, you outshined everyone. Although we had some great characters there. Robert Lasardo was there, and we have which Robert is everywhere. Just for the record,
Yes.
we've had him on the show,
Yeah.
and he's a great actor. And in fact, he was also in the MOBKING that we're going to talk about very shortly. So yeah, it was a great movie. We're glad that you were able to join us today.
Yes, yes,
And let me
thank
tell you,
for having
Tamara
us.
is not only such a super fan of the show. She and I have been friends for a long time. She's got an amazing history. Her father actually played on the only perfect team in the NFL, the
Dolphins,
72
yeah.
Dolphins.
The 72
Yeah.
Dolphins.
What was his name? Nat Moore.
Wayne Moore.
Wayne Moore, okay.
Number 70?
Off of
70,
79.
79.
Nat Moore came after.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Nat Moore
How
is
was that
very
growing up
popular
with
here.
a famous football father?
It sucked.
It did? It did?
We didn't have to wait in lines.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah. Y'all have that white privilege.
It
Yeah,
was-
yeah. They're all like, hey, mother, hey, is my name on the list? They're like, no, but hey, you done eating. Get up. And, the VIP. Whoop, whoop.
Do you
was
remember,
cool.
everyone? We are a PG-13 show because it is Friday night. So
Yeah, so when I really
do
want to
cut it
curse, I
up.
just don't say nothing.
A couple more of these, I'll be all right.
It's Friday the 13th every week here.
So that must have been very interesting growing up
Oh, yeah.
with a dad that had such a recognition.
It was, but you don't know what you don't know. It's like, doesn't everybody's dad play? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, that's
you
the
just
name of the
don't
game.
know what you don't know.
Yep.
But it was very cool. Very
Well,
cool.
good.
And you're an actress, too, so tell us about
Yes, yes, I am.
Yeah, she was acting like Kenny's
I'm
friend, I
acting
think.
like I'm black right now.
that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Am I convincing?
Oh, she's acting.
Almost
she's black.
believable.
She
No,
can't
yeah,
agree.
believe me
Those
now,
eyes,
Joe.
though, you're getting
You're
me nervous the way you're
convincing.
looking at me.
I believe you.
You wouldn't like me when
Well,
I'm
she's a
angry.
producer as well.
Right, yeah.
And,
we talked that night. She's very, very talented.
and I've been on set with her, and she runs a tough set. Boy, she
I
don't
love
play.
that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cracks that whip.
Well, thank you so much for being with us,
Sure,
and
my pleasure.
you're welcome here anytime. It's been great, and I was happy to see you finally because you're such a great supporter of ours, and we
Oh,
love your
thank you.
comments.
I-
We read them all the time.
Thank you.
If you're
You're
watching us on
welcome.
Facebook, by the way, you can go ahead and leave a comment, and we will give you a shout out. Don't be shy.
Yeah, wake up. I want to hear something over here.
Yup.
Come on. Joe DeLuche, where are you?
You can actually call in as well. It's 888-994-4995, Studio A. Don't forget, Studio A. All right, then, Kenny, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That was very exciting. So we'll get back to you real soon.
Oh, yeah.
Nico,
Yes.
you've had a really busy last month.
Yes, the events that I've been doing between the celebrity car shows and the social events that I've been doing. Is just
The
absolutely
kids
off the Richter.
graduating? Come on.
This
Pardon
is
me?
the
Oh,
season.
my daughter. Oh, Baruch Hashem, dude. My daughter,
Waka what?
Brianna. That's like praise God. You know what I mean? For all you Catholic people out there, you know what I mean? I'll give you a shout out one of these for you. Here.
All right, thank you.
You grab the bra. and
Waka
get out of
waka.
here, you know what I mean? You two use grab the bra and get the heck out of there. Anyway, quick shout out to my daughter Brianna. Congratulations, Mazaltov, for graduating high school. Honors.
Nice.
I'm
Wonderful.
blessed.
How'd that happen?
That's what I took a blood test, you know what I mean? Make sure the kid, you know what I mean? I was like, listen to me, I don't know where your mother was at the day of, you know? But no, so proud, ridiculous, you know?
Maury called him and was like, yep, it's
Maury
yours.
Colley, you are not the father. I was like, this is...
Oh, there you have it, everyone. He is the father.
Yes, I'm the father. I get the bill every day, I'll tell you.
Yes. But yeah, you're in a big peak of your season right now between
Yeah,
weddings, which you
bar
really don't
mitzvahs,
know.
the corporate events, but now I have another month left, and then I basically
Graduations?
have like a month off, July-ish, and then I pick up the beginning of August.
Yep.
Next car show is when? Big one. Good one.
The next car show is going to be the second Sunday of next month.
I'll be there. I love going to these car shows. We
Yeah,
have a-
so
we have a good time.
Nico,
Yeah,
for
it's
everyone
gonna
that's
be at,
listening, is one of our DJs, but he is an amazing.
Yeah, the 11th, June 11th.
June
It's going to be
11th.
at 1200 D'Amato Road, and it's called Boosted Bagel
the
Bash from
usual
8
joint.
a.m.
All right.
to 12 p.m. Lunch. Oh, it's at a bagel joint. For all the Jews in the area, come by. I'll get you a nice bagel, you know what I mean? Little lox on the side, whatever you want. Even all the
I'm telling
Italians,
you,
guys
oh,
can come out.
I'm not-
I get you nothing.
I'm
you
not
know what I mean?
kidding.
There's not one thing you're going to eat there.
I'm kidding. When I go there to these car shows, these Jewish guys, they love them.
No,
Oh, yeah, they do.
They
No,
freaking love
it's
'em.
not just the Jewish guys. It's the Israelis, not just like
I'm
a Boca
sorry,
Jew.
Israelis. I don't
Not like
wanna
just
get-
like a Boca Jew in a gated community. You know what I mean?
But he's really
You know what I mean?
Italian
Like
at
Boca,
the end
they're
of the
like,
day.
hey, oh, it's a holiday. Quick, let's go to Temple. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about like the North Miami, Aventura. You know what I mean? Let's go.
This is
Straight
my
from
favorite
Israel.
Jew-Italian. He's
Yeah,
my
he's-
favorite Jew-Italian, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's how we do it.
That's Nico.
Well,
I
everyone,
can't get casted for anything, huh? Last movie I was in, I had to make it myself. It was ridiculous. I'm telling you.
yes, you did.
You can find it on OnlyFans.
Yes, exactly.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to start one. Are you kidding me?
Joe's like, only what? Only what?
What's that?
Yes, it's the
So paint a look
metatarsals.
at-
Don't worry about it.
I wanted to start an OnlyFans for Denise. We could like
it's
show
where
pictures
Denise
of our
does
hands
pictures
with
of your
feet and
metal-
stuff, broken toe.
We'll send
maybe a
pictures
video.
of your metatarsals.
Imagine if I had the
on
video of her falling out of the bathroom.
What was
How
the
much
word?
money would
I
that be
forgot
worth?
the word. Metacarcal?
Metatarsals.
Metatarsals.
Metatarsals page.
Denise is gonna.
All the orthopedics that are listening right now.
Quick shout out to all the podiatrists out there. She's single and looking to mingle. Give us a call. You can set up an appointment to check out her feet and do whatever it is you guys do, and you can take her out on a date. But it's almost
Yes,
like a
oh my
live
God, they're-
babysitting.
Anthony, they're pimping me out again. Well, everyone, the long-awaited who our special guests are this evening. I'm excited about this.
Yes.
And
we got the little bobblehead here.
we got the bobblehead. So let me just say, we have Anthony Caliendo. So wait till you hear the most impressive list of achievements: entrepreneur, business broker, real estate franchise owner, award-winning author, motivational speaker. I'm exhausted.
and a hell of a
Actor-
guy.
Hold on, look
I
at
didn't
this
get
guy.
there yet. Wait a minute.
All right, we're still
Actor,
going.
producer, writer, director. Also producer of amazing olive oil and vinegars. Father of 8. I couldn't not say that.
8?
Was it 8? Yeah, 8.
to
Buy a
go.
TV Did you buy a TV yet?
My wife's fault. Every time she had a kid, she looked better.
There you go. Oh,
knock
wow.
him
Wow.
That's what it
that's
is. She's like,
good.
come here, can I talk to you for a minute? He's like, yeah. Bring the oil. What, what the hell?
Everyone, welcome the main man, Anthony Caliendo, and his beautiful daughter, Bella
Welcome,
Caliendo.
welcome.
Welcome.
Wait, do I dare say best breakdancer ever?
You know, when I was a kid, there was a time that, roller skating back in the days.
Remember?
Yes.
And breakdancing, that was in.
That was
so,
the thing.
The parachute pants. I mean,
I still listen
the
to that music.
Sergio Valente.
Yeah, Jordache.
Jordashes, that
Capicios,
was.
did you
It
know
made
those
my
too?
butt look so
Of course
good in
I wore
those.
'em. Yeah.
Jordache jeans.
Yeah,
you got it.
I'm not
Mr.
ashamed
Project-
to admit
Richie.
when I was
Still
young,
got my
I was
members
Kid
only.
Magic, Kid Magic.
still got my
and by the
members
way,
only.
my Jewish friends call me the Mensch. Just
See,
so you know.
I knew you were a mensch. You kidding me? As soon as I saw the olive oil, I
I'm
was
a
like,
mensch.
yo, you're the
I'm a
mensch.
mensch.
That's what's up.
I got to turn it up because you guys are a lot of fun. This is
Well,
like,
good.
I'm
We are.
like
We don't want you to
excited.
feel
I
bored.
don't know. I just might bust out a windmill right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should.
I
There
do
we
it.
go.
I just take the jacket off and bust it out. But
That's what I'm
if
talking
all
about.
these cameras weren't here, I would do it
We'll
because
move
I
it.
will break
We'll
all
make
your
room
stuff.
for you.
We'll make room.
We did
Seriously,
that. What's his
Anthony.
name? What was that guy's name we did that with? They almost killed each other, him and Nico.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was,
yes.
it was Breaking 32 geriatric boogaloo. It was wild.
It was wild, yes. Well, Anthony, thank you for being here. Bella,
You're
thank
welcome.
you for being
Thank you,
here.
guys.
We had the pleasure of actually finally having a one-to-one meeting you at the Mob King premiere
Yeah.
at the Hard Rock. And what an amazing event, amazing accomplishment. That's us right there. We're showing pictures at the actual red carpet. And it was just great. I have to say, let's go back in time. And Kenny, I'm going to let you take it up and open up with this one.
All right, because let me tell you, he and I have something in common.
Yes,
We're
you
both
do.
Chicago guys.
Yep.
So
I knew it.
You New
Chi-town.
Yorkers just sit off to the side real quick while the Chicago guys know.
You got it.
Hey, we're the 6th Borough. The
No.
6th
No, I'm just kidding. What,
the 6th Borough
The 6th Borough
belongs to
welcomes
everybody.
everybody.
Our pizza's a lot thicker, just so you know.
it is. It just is.
I gotta move.
And the Vienna hot dogs are just a little bit better than the Nathans. It just is what it is. It's funny when I heard the name and I was coming on the show, and I was thinking to myself, you know, that's a name I know. I know that name from my childhood, from hearing it. So when he walked in, I was like, you know, he says Caliendo, and I'm like, listen, man, I said, that's a name that means something different in Chicago. And he goes, well, who do you know? I said, Vito. He goes, well, you know, so obviously, you know, I know about you have is your brother, Frank?
Frank Caliendo is my cousin.
My
first
and,
cousin.
And he's a comedian.
Yeah, he's,
You're on the radio,
hysterical
and then
comedian.
you come from a family that's got some strong influence in Chicago, I should say.
Yeah.
Some history.
You know, growing up as a young kid, growing up in the mafia, it's like, you know, you grow up and you see it, and one day you want to be it, right?
Yeah.
You know, so kind of things always happen for reasons, but it was a fun childhood. You know, as a matter of fact, I'll tell a quick story if you guys want to
Well,
hear
love
it.
it.
we
This
wanna
is
hear
all
it.
about you
Okay,
tonight, you
so
and Bella.
About 12 years old, I'm sitting, we had a whole block, Caliendo's. If you remember, there was a sub
Like the old
shop,
days.
a laundromat, a pool table, there was a pool hall, there was all the whole block. And I'm sitting outside, and my Uncle Vito and my father was known as Champagne Phil. He was like the Rico Suave of the Italians. Good-looking guy. But I'm sitting at the table with all the Italians, and a guy walks up and looks at my father and says, I want to be in. And he goes, you want to be in? So my dad stands up, he shakes his hand, he says, come back with $25,000 in a paper bag. So he goes, what? I'm going to teach you something, son. And I'm like sitting there going, what is going on here, right? I'm like,
I want that job.
I'm just a 12-year-old kid. So he says, I'm going to teach you something. So sure enough, an hour later, the guy comes back with $25,000 in a paper bag. My dad stands up, shakes his hand, smiles at him, and says, you're in. And he looks over to me and says, do you understand what just happened? I says, I have no clue what happened. I'm 12 years old. You just took 25 grand off a guy and said he's in. He goes, we're in the insurance business. We insure that if people have a problem, we take care of it.
There you go.
And that's kind of how I was
There it is.
initiated, you know?
Yep.
Not alone gambling for my allowance. But I guess,
That's a great story.
you know, unfortunately, things happen in that line of work. And my father went away for quite some time. My mother raised 3 kids, and we were poor. Right. So with every negative, there's a positive. So growing up, the son of a well-known famous gangster, things changed. You know, at 18 years old, I became one of the youngest managers in the history of the health club business. I actually ran the Chicago health clubs, which
wow.
you know well. We had 25 of them. At 21, I had 6 of them I ran. And then they sold to Bally. And then Bally bought them out. Mm-hmm. And then the guy who started it left. And I actually got the enjoyment to work for Arnold Schwarzenegger and build the world gyms in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
it was, I worked for him. I was 23 years old. And can you imagine a 23-year-old kid working for Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
Okay.
Can't
So
imagine.
Nope.
it was pretty amazing.
How cool was he?
You know, Arnold was something else. I'm going to tell her Arnold's story. You guys want to hear Arnold
Without a
Schwarzenegger
doubt.
story?
Yeah.
We do. understand what he was saying because he talked like this.
A little bit.
What the heck's the guy
But
saying?
Arnie
Get the
liked
chopper.
he liked to sauce it up a little bit. He liked the little drink a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Oh, he did? Oh, good.
I heard
So
that.
we're sitting in Columbus, Ohio, at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and we're at dinner. I'm at dinner with Lou Ferrigno, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Oh, my God.
Sergio Olivia, Franco Colombo,
Oh,
and
these are
here's
big
this
old-
young
wow.
Italian kid sitting across the street. You know, so I'm sitting across the table. So the waitress was pretty cute. Arnie was a little tipsy. So he says to her, come sit on Arnie's lap. And Maria, who was pregnant at the time, was
Schwarzenegger.
a little bit upset. She picked the dinner up and threw it at him.
Oh.
So we're all sitting there, and they're laughing. And he looks over at me and says, she'll be back.
And with that, we're going to commercial break. Everyone, stay tuned. You got to stay to hear the rest of the
We'll
story.
be back.
We'll be back. That was really good. Back to commercial break. Go ahead, Nico. Take it away.
All right, so check it out Friday night, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the 6th Borough Power Up Hour. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Stick around. These stories are crazy. Let's go.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
WWNN Pompano Beach. WIRK HD3 Indiantown. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting from the Robes Studio. Injured recently? Call the Robes Law Group, where winning is a habit. 561-570-5700. 561-570-5700. Robes, winning for you and our community. Your home for the True Oldies channel. Follow Oldies Nuts social media. See what's happening in the community. Have a laugh with some funny memes. And keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at True Oldies FLA. That's at True Oldies FLA. Have you ever wanted to feel like royalty?
Oh, Jeeves, fetch me my computer so I may log on to the Loyal Listener Club.
Yes, sire.
Join our Loyal Listener Club and sign up today at TrueOldiesFLA.com. Once you're a member, you'll be eligible to get special deals, participate in exclusive contests, and more. Plus, you'll get our newsletter in your inbox, packed with information on your favorite oldies personalities, inside information on your favorite artists, and great music insights. Visit TrueOldiesFLA.com and join the Loyal Listener Club today.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Friday night, the sexiest place to be. Next on True Oldies Radio, 6th Borough Power Up Hour, where the OGs are live. All right, give it up for the beautiful Denise Cassell.
Welcome back, everyone. We are listening to the 6th Borough Power Up Hour, and we have special guests with us, Anthony Caliendo, and also his beautiful daughter, Bella Caliendo. And we are getting the, I would say, probably insider stories here on some of the greatest things, at least according to Bella. It's one of the insider stories. But we have some great more. Listen, the last story you shared that you with Schwarzenegger, I think that was one of the best stories. I really, really like that. Nico,
So
you
Bella,
had a question
let me
for
ask you
him.
A question, Bella. How does it feel to have an amazing father, if I may? I mean, it's a rarity. A lot of children don't even know their dad, and it just happens to be your dad's like a superhero. I'm just saying, how do you feel about that?
I mean, pretty great. My dad made my dreams come true, you know? He always told me, if you believe it, you can achieve it. And, you know, here I am. I've been on a movie with my dad. I mean, I think that's the biggest accomplishment I can ever have. So I'm very grateful for my dad.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of your dad making all your dreams come true. Look, he's all choked up. Look at him, man. Yo, you're a mensch, bub. You know that. You're a mensch. He's a good man. That's what's up. So, all right, let's get some more stories. Let's go on. I love to smoke cigars. Got any cigar stories? What do we got?
I actually owned a cigar bar.
What don't you own, Larry? Listen, let me see. Where's the camera over here? Focus.
So
he owns everything. I'll tell you right now.
I got a cigar story for you.
Oh, yeah, go
my
ahead.
God. Let me tell you what happened to me.
Go for it.
So I started Light 'em Up Cigars in Delray Beach because it was a great place.
He had nothing else
But
to do.
here's what happened. I started a line of cigars called Wise Guy Cigars. So we got from the Godfather all the way down to the Gumara, which is a cigarola, okay? We got the whole line of Wise Guy Cigars. I get a lawsuit that hits me from Altadis, who owns Romeo and Juliet, Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah.
They hit me with a giant lawsuit. Maybe I shouldn't talk. No, I think it's years ago. I can talk about it now. So they hit me with this crazy lawsuit and says, we have an intent to use. Even though I filed it, they had it because they had this little Wise Guy cigarola. I don't know if you ever seen it. It was a little. So anyway, so they wind up coming to sue me, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know, this is crazy. So I had to give all the cigars up and shut down the Wise Guy Cigars. But here's why I'm talking about it right now. They don't have it anymore.
Ooh.
So we're going to come back with Wise Guy Cigars again.
can't wait.
And
Nice.
we're going to launch it. And it's going to be amazing because it's, the Soldier is the Robusto, the Churchill.
Wow.
Each one has its own little name.
little
So it was
stuff.
a
That's
great,
awesome.
it was a
Nice.
great concept. But sometimes great ideas don't mean that you can actually take them to the next level, even if you want to.
But sometimes it's just a bump in the road.
And it could be timing. The timing was
Timing.
off.
And
Timing
you gotta
is
listen. You
everything.
got to understand business, and as a business broker,
Sure.
you got to know your business before you get into business.
Right,
So
of
you
course.
got to know what you don't know, and
Yep.
that's kind of what you learn over the years. And in life, you got to take the good with the bad, but you got to take the failures with success because they kind of both go hand in hand. And if you don't learn how to fail, you'll never learn how to succeed. So
Of course.
that was my, you brought it up about the cigars.
No,
so I
that's
had to-
what's up. Yeah,
I had to
that is
go.
amazing,
Absolutely
man. Yeah,
true.
let's applaud
I had to
him, if
go.
I may. Let's applaud him for real.
Great
You are
nuggets
absolutely
of
incredible.
Great nuggets of
Where's our
advice.
sound
So
effects?
inspiring.
Thank
I
you.
mean, we thought Kenny was cool, but now it's just.
Where are the clapping hands?
know.
Where are the clapping hands,
This
Garcia?
guy makes me not cool. I don't know
No,
what
I'm
to
just
do.
saying, Kenny, you were cool like 30 minutes ago. Then he walks in, ruined. He's like, "Hold my beer, watch this." I'm
Yeah,
ruining
everybody's
everybody's
always-
day.
everybody
This is a-
always
this is a
talks about
great
how much
story.
I do.
gotta, since we're going to talk about stories, and then of course my daughter's probably sitting there like, is my dad ever going to shut up? Or
No,
is he
no, you
gonna-
want to
we
talk?
love
No,
it.
you're
You
doing
gotta
good.
keep going.
Don't worry about it. She's not. She's cheering you on. Go, Bobby, go.
So I've wrote 4 #1 best-selling books.
That you did.
My last full day of school, believe it or not, was 7th grade. So how does a kid who grew up poor write 4 #1 best-selling books? I can't even read my
was
writing.
gonna say, I hired
let
an
alone
underwriter.
read. But listen, I graduated high school, but I got out of school from 8th grade to my senior year because I had work experience. And I had 3 jobs at 13 years old, helping my mother also with some of the
You
bills.
sound Jamaican.
Sounds crazy, right? But this is true story. You can't make this shit up. So you can't make this stuff up. So anyway, beep beep. Anyway, so as a kid, when I was in sales, because I'm a sales guy, right? That's what I've always done. One day they said, "Well, what do you do, Anthony?" And I said, "Well, I'm a salesman." They said to me, "You're a salesman." I said, "I'm not a salesman. I'm a sales assassin." That's how the book, The Sales Assassin, started. It's a history of my whole life on what it took over the years to become a sales assassin. I wrote that book in 2015. Crazy story. Brian Tracy, who wrote about 80 sales books, at 16, I saved up money, and I went to one of his seminars. Anthony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, we all know who they are.
Sure. Right.
So I save up the money. I'm selling waterless, greaseless cookware door to door. Crazy, right? I did it all, okay? I saved the money. I go to the seminar. Now we'll go 35 years later. I send Brian Tracy a copy of my first book and to have him endorse me. And believe it or not, he sends me a letter back and he endorses my first book. This is an amazing guy, Brian Tracy.
Yeah.
So on the cover of my book, Brian Tracy endorsed the first one. And that's kind of what propelled me to kind of move into the next one and the next one and the next one. The other book is, as you can see here, they're sitting here, Recipe for Success. That was written with Jack Canfield, who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Yes, he did.
Okay, Chicken Soup for the Soul. And then, of course, I wrote a book with Brian Tracy that we did a book together. So had a lot of fun kind of just figuring out what not to do to figure out what to do. And once you can understand that, you can actually start getting ahead. What most people do wrong is they don't go after their dreams, right?
Hello.
You know, for me, you got to chase your dreams because guess what? Dreams don't chase you back.
And nobody's gonna knock on your door for an opportunity like, hey, I got an opportunity for you. You got to go out there and get
You
it.
got to go out there and hustle, you know? So
Amen.
I think one of the
you
biggest
did this all by
fears.
yourself, or did you have like a team, like a support system? Like,
No,
where
it
did you
was
get motivated? Just your father? Like, is
Unfortunately,
that-
exactly what happened to me. So
Your
here's
father,
what
well,
happened.
after
is
25 grand, you were like, what's going on?
Being my father,
We're onto something.
Well, here's what happened. When my father went away, and my mother raised 3 kids, and we were kind of broke, I figured out my deck of cards really sucks. I got a really bad deck of cards, right? So I figured the only person that's going to change my life is me. You know, so if you want to change your stars, you got to think bigger and better, and you just can't give up. The problem with most people is they all want to be that person, but they're not willing to spend the time, the effort, and what it takes to get to that level.
Right.
You know, and for me, I just don't quit. I just never
hammering.
quit. I wasn't the smartest tool in the shed, but I'll tell you what, nobody outworked me. And
Persistence,
nobody today
perseverance.
outworks me.
I believe it's
say
like
that-
persistence, perseverance. You just kept going.
That's it. But,
Let me tell
but
you,
that
I
is
say
part
that
of my
all the time.
motivation is because whatever my father wasn't, I am today.
Oh, there you go. God bless
Okay,
you.
I'm the best father. I'm the best provider.
So how's your daughter going to fill those shoes, if I may? I'm just saying, Bella's adorable, but I mean, you got big shoes to fill. Bella.
I think I already did, to be
Oh, you
honest.
did?
Yeah.
Let's let Bella tell where she just came back from. Go ahead,
Go
Bella.
ahead, Bella. Where'd
Go
you
ahead.
just come back
Well, let's
from?
make sure that Bella, everyone needs to know that Bella was also in the movie The Mob King, and it was a role, your very first role. Is that right?
It was, yes.
Okay, and that's how we met at the premiere. We had to have her on. Dad was coming on. How could we not have you on? But tell us what you're working on.
Well, I just got back from Harvard Law seminars.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
God bless
All of
you.
the age of how old?
16.
16.
What?
God bless.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
She didn't get that from me, trust me.
Well, I was going to say, what is going on? I didn't have my kid graduate. This one came Harvard.
You said
Oh, my God.
if you wanted to do it back, you said you wanted to be an attorney.
She wants a paper
if I
bag.
did it all over again, I would have been a trial attorney.
She wants a paper bag with 25 grand handed
That's
to
what
her.
I
she
want
wants.
a pink G-Wagon. That's what I want.
Oh.
He didn't get me a pink G-Wagon, so I'm going to get it myself.
Good.
So.
There
girl.
you go,
Good
girl.
girl.
He always
Yala.
tells me.
And it's only good to you because you got it yourself. Just so you know, I just bought my daughter a Mercedes, and she should care less. It's
Yeah.
random.
She got a
Unless you work for
BMW,
it.
so don't let her kid it. It's outside right
No,
now.
I'm very grateful.
What was
I'm
me?
very
I want a
grateful.
G-Wagon. He's like, I just bought you a Bentley. What are you talking about?
I'm
These kids
very
are
grateful.
spoiled.
So you went to the Harvard Law School. Was this like a just a precursor to know what it's like to be in school? What was it all about?
Well, I'm on varsity mock trial for trial attorney at my school. So we had a trial there, like a fake trial kind of thing. So I got to do like direct and cross examinations and stuff. It was really cool, and I like toured the school.
Did the jury
All right.
find a verdict?
No, actually, they didn't give us one. So
That's okay.
So you're going to be an actress when you grow up, or are you going to be a lawyer?
I've
Or
actually,
both?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
I would think, no, only because the actors thing, obviously, but what if that doesn't
Yeah.
pan out? You can fall back and
You
get
got
the
that's-
money
You
and
got to be an
education.
You got to be an actor to be an attorney too.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You got to just
Yeah.
be the gift for
Exactly.
gab.
That's
No
why I
doubt
think my
about it.
acting
Yeah.
skills like goes hand in hand with my like attorney skills because it's all a game, to be honest. Like
Yes, of course.
it's all
That's
an act.
life. Life is a game if you play it correctly. People take life too
I mean, they spent
serious.
a lot of money
Some
on
days you win, some
attorneys.
days you lose.
We actually
Penny's
have
a
a
winner.
caller. We actually have a caller.
We have a caller.
Who's on
Wait,
the
wait,
line?
wait.
Who's on the
Caller.
line? Who's on the
Accident,
line?
Wrong number.
Who is it? Who's there? Hello?
Caller, are you there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? What's your
Hey,
name?
my name's Tony. I love the show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
very
Tony.
much.
What is it, Shlomi?
Tony.
Oh, Tony. I thought it was
Tony.
Shlomi. I thought it was part of my
I'm excited
tribe.
to
I
see
didn't know.
Mob King.
Hold on, we're gonna turn it up a little
Hold
bit.
on, we got to turn you up just a little bit. You're saying you're making reference to the Mob King. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm
There you go.
excited to see Mob King come out soon.
Tonight's
So
tonight.
Mob,
right?
Mob
Tell-
King comes
tell
out
them all about
tonight.
it.
Yep. You can actually go on Amazon Prime right now, and you can watch it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, YouTube. You know, just watch the movie. It truly is an amazing movie for an independent film. Remember, this film we sold worldwide, all over, okay? And not only that, we just, on the 17th of May, we just aired in the Cannes Film Festival in France. This is one of the first independent films to be able to do that. So
That's a
big accomplishment. We were written up in Deadline and The Hollywood Reporter. Great cast, but it's a drama thriller, not your average Guido, let me collect my money type of mob movie. This is this has got an actual theme to it. It's really exciting to watch. And when the director made the movie, since I paid for the movie, I said to my director, I said, listen, I don't really like to drink soda, even though I love soda. I go, but when I go to the movies with my kids, and I went to a lot of movies, I have 8 kids. I says, if I got to get up, I'm going to get a big soda, right, when I go to the movies. Don't I, Bella? I get a big soda, and I get a popcorn. And if I got to get up to go to the bathroom, then you sucked as a director. And that's how this movie was made. It was made for an ADD, ADHD guy like me who can't sit still. This is the longest I ever sat still in my life. So
By the way, you're in good company. We all have ADHD.
Yeah,
we all have that.
So I
self-diagnosed.
We self-diagnosed ourselves.
Because we're like,
exactly.
Oh, squirrel!
Yeah, a squirrel. Yeah. So that's kind of how the movie was made. It was made for people to sit back and enjoy it and make sure they can follow what's going on. You're gonna clap in the movie. You're gonna clap for the good guy. You're gonna be happy when the bad guy gets whacked. I mean, so it's an exciting flick that keeps you interested.
But let me ask you, how did you get into Mob King?
Oh, you want me to tell you that story?
Well, caller, thank you so much for tuning in.
Tony, this is a crazy story.
Thank you, guys. Love the show.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
This is a crazy story. So, I was a trader on Wall Street. That's another thing we'll get into later.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, you were Jamaican, bro. You had more jobs than I know. Like 10, I got 10 jobs, man. I was a trader. I was
as a stockbroker. I was a trader on Wall Street. So when COVID happened, I'm like, I haven't traded in a while because I was a little bit of a junkie trading options and trading back in the day.
It's addicting.
So I took time off, a long time, about 20 years. And when COVID happened, I said I'm all in, because all these great companies, it wasn't their fault that we got this crazy old COVID thing, right? It wasn't. Right. So these companies went down from $50 to $3-4. I'm like, wow, this is a great time. Mm-hmm. So I bought into AMC, heavily, at about $3 a share. I had a large position, right?
Wow.
I wake up the next day after I bought more.
Wow.
And the stock's at $23 a share.
Wow.
Cha-ching.
So I'm like, this has never even happened to me on Wall Street. So now I'm truckload Tony with a truckload of cash, right?
You went from the outhouse to the White House. What did you do?
Tony, and I'm sitting there going, and my account's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, what can I do? So I'm sitting at the cigar bar. Here we go. I'm smoking a cigar in Delray at my place, Vinny's. So me and Vinny's sitting there, and who comes right next to me? Big Time Tommy. You ever hear him?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes, we have.
Big Time Tommy, old school.
So Big Time Tommy sits next to me.
We got to get him on the show.
He said, hey, Anthony. He goes, we're filming, Gravesend down in Miami, and, let me send a picture to the director because you got that look, and I'll see if I can get you in. So he snaps a picture. They call back in about 3 minutes and said, we want him in. Wow. So I go down there, and I'm in a Philly crew with Amada Sante, Stevie Mortorano, me, and I'm in this gangster crew for a one-day filming.
Awesome.
So of course I met some characters while I was there, and one of the persons introduced me to this guy, who introduced me to this guy, and before you know it, I got a meeting. I'm at a sit-down meeting on.
Oh, you got to sit down. You got to sit down.
Basically, what do you think? I says, well, here's what I think. I'll control and run everything. It's my money, okay?
Smart.
I'll manage everything. I'll bring in the line producer. I'll bring in my team, and I will finish this movie, and we will sell it worldwide because I'm in the distribution business. I go, as long as nobody gets in my way, we're going to rock and roll.
That's the way to do it.
Sure as, let me say crap. I can't say the other thing. Okay?
Thank you.
Sure as heck, that's exactly how it happened, man. So pretty crazy story. So
thanks to AMC.
I know.
Yeah,
I know Ciro's been working on this for a long time.
He has, and he's a great guy.
Yeah,
and he did a great job. Like any filmmaker who wants to be a producer and wants to do a film. There's a million people that do films.
You're absolutely
There's
right.
not a lot that actually knows how to finish them and get them to the next level. So it was kind of a good marriage.
Perfect
You know,
marriage,
we had we had a guy who had a vision and had a dream, and then you had a young kid who grew up in the mob, and basically I figured, what's better that I can have I can make a mob movie, be an executive producer, and sell it worldwide.
And have your daughter in it.
Yeah, you're forgetting the best part.
Yeah, and my daughter's in it. So, and my son Anthony in the beginning of the
Oh, he's
scene.
in it too?
Anthony's
The whole mashpuka, you got the
he's
whole
in
family
jail.
in it.
So Anthony's in jail in the beginning of the movie. You'll see him playing basketball.
Okay.
And then at the end of the movie, my son Giovanni's a waiter on the yacht.
Oh,
so I
okay.
had 3 of the kids in there, but nobody had a line but my beautiful Bella over here.
Good. What did you say, Bella? Sweetheart, what did you say?
Oh, what did I say?
Atta girl.
Oh.
You forgot your
Are
lines?
you ready yet? Or something like that.
So I was like staying, and she's like, you know, she got irritated with me, which was pretty easy for her to do.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
She didn't really have
played
to
the
act
role.
to do that.
I played the
you
role
know?
pretty
So
well.
she played the role pretty well, but it was an exciting experience doing a movie. But I kind of figured out before I even started it how I was going to sell it.
Right.
So I already had a plan.
You had
And
the
if
plan.
anybody who's listening ever wants to make a movie, don't make a movie. Figure out how to actually make a movie work.
You're the key, if I may. There's like a lot of people make those movies, let's utilize it as pies. Once that pie is done, they're like, now what do I do?
Yeah.
Without you, if
Yeah.
I may,
Yeah.
that just falls on the floor.
And it's a
they
tough
need that
business now.
Execution, the business sense that you have.
It's all about execution. It's all about being a
100%.
finisher.
You're going to be working on more now? You have any more going on? Or
Yeah, is
you
there any
know-
way we could do like a 6th Borough? We can bump her off,
I'll
the
tell
girl
you
over there.
what,
We just got to invite her to
we're-
a wedding,
we're
throw it on
gonna
the flight of
save-
stairs.
We're going to save that for another show.
They'd love you to come back
because
over and over
I
again.
do have something that's going to be absolutely huge, where we'll wind up getting some big actors like a DiCaprio or somebody who's
Yeah.
actually,
Awesome.
you know, a De Niro. You know,
You could break me out of retirement, too.
You know, somebody that we can sell a story, but I'll hint it as this: it's going to be a true story.
Right.
It'll be a story that is an amazing story, and it's a story that hasn't been told, and it's a story that goes back to Chicago. So I'll leave it at that.
So I just got to ask, was that the first time that you've shared that here? out in
That
public?
is the first time I've
There you
shared
go.
that
Everyone,
here.
you heard it
History
here tonight
made
on the
tonight
History
on
Made
the
tonight
6th
on the
Borough.
6th Borough.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, everybody. You know, you have
And
actually shared
If
such
Anthony
great-
says it's going to get done, he'll get it done.
No,
That's right.
He's a man
And
of
if
his
Denise
word,
is going to be in it,
100%.
make sure there's no stairs.
Yeah. We gotta really watch her feet.
Yes, you got to watch my feet.
Yeah, we'll put
Metatarsals.
we'll put some My Pillows around it. We'll
There you
strap
go.
them or something.
Watch those metatarsals.
I thought he was gonna do like an electric boogaloo where he was gonna come out and start like breakdancing and stuff, and he was gonna say, "Yo, we're bringing
Oh!
let's
You
go."
got a challenge! Uh-oh! We'll keep it on for the next show. You got to be ready for the next show.
He was ready. I saw he was ready.
I was ready to
Sign
start.
of a true b-boy.
He
was ready.
He comes in, he
Right.
goes blind because of his ADD. And
His legs started going. He was like, "Oh boy." His legs were like, "Yeah," and his mind was like, "Nah, bro."
Listen, I was that guy with the roller skates with the zinger wheels. You know.
yeah, bro, I'm still that guy. Thursday nights, bro, adult night. Let's go.
Oh my God, I could
Quad.
put myself on
I would
roller
pay to see
skates.
you two
Lights
guys
can fool you.
go roller skating.
Oh, man, me too.
So, and I have a question.
Yeah.
The big cheese.
Yeah, the big cheese. So, the big cheese actually was another story. The mortgage business kind of fell apart in 2008, and I had an enormous business with about 150 employees and about 5 offices, and it left me. I didn't leave it; it left me.
Tough time.
So, back in the day, my father and the family were in the olive oil and the cheese business. Go figure. Okay. And and so
Where you gonna bury it? What,
I kind of went to the family in New York out of Brooklyn. They own Milano's cheese, so we'll give them a shout out right now.
All right.
And I was introduced to the family, and my father used to do it. So what did I do? I bought the phone number 1-800-BIG-CHEESE. I made a bobblehead. I sent it out to every major buyer in the country. And in a year, and matter of fact, in 5 years, I doubled their business that they had for 25 years.
You're a genius.
I became the big cheese all
You
over
are
the
so
world.
lucky.
And it's all because of marketing and sales. right? So you can. That's what I mean. If you actually can brand yourself and sell yourself,
That's the whole key.
you can do anything. So if anybody's listening, just remember, the key is to build up yourself and build your own brand and be different. Because if you're not different, matter of fact, I have a saying in my book: if you're not remembered, you're forgotten.
That's right.
So how are people going to remember you? And if you can't get them to remember you, that's half the battle.
Yep.
You know, so the Big Cheese was created. I actually traveled all over the world. I still have clients in 12 different countries. I started doing food shows, and I had an enormous opportunity to grow this business and to build it. Here's what I loved about the food brokerage business. It's residual.
Never
It
stops.
just doesn't stop. It's like a cash register that doesn't
Yes,
stop
yeah.
ringing. Okay.
You know what?
They eat it, it goes somewhere else, down the toilet, and then they eat more. It's amazing. You got to love the food business.
The cycle of life.
Cycle of life.
So the olive oil, I've had it before.
Yes.
And I'm telling you,
How many
man.
flavors are there?
So we have 18 flavors of olive oil.
Yeah.
And we have 10 flavors of balsamics, you know, which
I didn't try the balsamic, but I tried the olive oil.
balsamics are amazing. Those
Yes.
are all natural aromas that come from Italy.
Yeah.
So these aren't, you know, they're not, there's no preservatives or no garbage in my products. You know, so the apple balsamic, oh my God. You know,
Apple balsamic.
I just made
good,
pork
right?
chops and sprinkled the apple balsamic
Yeah.
on it. As a chef,
I
I
use-
helped design these items.
I used
Gonna stop at the house. Maybe
chili
grab
pepper
a
one.
little meal.
Yeah.
or
I
something,
used
you
a
know?
little bit of that on my sausage and peppers.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
best.
my own.
Yeah, you got to make peppers and eggs with that in the
Next,
morning.
he's gonna own a funeral home. Hey, everyone's dying to get in.
Don't
You
laugh.
have my oil?
I-
All right, listen, we're going to bury you over here. Grab the shovel. Tell them about when you were 11, your dad
There you
gave you
go.
a shovel.
I've
There you
actually,
flavor.
I've actually thought of that. Those are some of the flavors. That's our Mob King edition. Because of the movie that came out, we decided to create our own Mob King brand. You know, and then hopefully sell that along as the movie grows and gets momentum.
How does if people want to get this oil? How do they?
So they go to
They get it
CaliendoFoods.com.
from there, okay.
And we got
Caliendo
about
Foods.
100 products on Amazon. You can go on Amazon. You can go on Walmart. You know, so you can go buy them right now, or go to CaliendoFoods.com.
I
and
need
buy
some
'em.
more of that hot chili, the red chili one.
Yeah, I brought you some today, so that's
right,
free.
thank
It's on me.
Can you start a dating service? Because I'm really interested in that.
It's like he's winning at everything. You start a dating service, I'll find someone.
Well, I have to say that
What a great show.
I just can't.
We
really...
need 3 hours with you, Andy.
Yeah. It's not enough. We can go on and on and on and on.
But you're super motivational, super inspirational to all the viewers out there. I'm sure your daughter does know. Clearly, I've been telling her the last hour, but she knows what an amazing man you are in regards to everything you've accomplished. And it was not easy. So
Ain't
I
easy.
salute you.
Still ain't easy.
No, still no. You got to keep going every day. Every day.
It's
You gotta
hard to
keep
get
going.
on top. It's harder to stay on top.
No, that's the key. It's not getting there. It's staying there.
Yeah.
We got to
They
take.
don't understand.
Sorry, guys, we got to take a break. They're having a heart attack back there.
Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, Anthony and Bella. Stay here.
The 6th Borough Power Up Hour, the sexiest place to be every Friday night. Yalla Maligan. Stay tuned. Let's go.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
We are back. The sexiest place to be every Friday night. Power Up Hour. The 6th Borough, baby. All right, I got my co-host, Meg Chop Kenny, Joe Rubo. My name is Nico. We got Denise Cassell in the building. Take it away, Denise.
And welcome back, everyone. What an exciting show we've been having. Just amazing stories with Anthony Caliendo, talking about from the beginning of where everything used to be in Chicago to where he is today.
We need an Anthony Caliendo show.
We certainly
The
need
Big
one.
Cheese Show.
The Big Cheese Show. He's talking about big cheese. We're talking about mortgage business. We're talking about business industries.
Yeah, the guy's definitely
We're talking
done it all.
options. We're talking everything across the board here. The beautiful Bella that is with
Yes.
us, talking about her going to Harvard Law School.
He's definitely the best guest we've ever had on the show. Let me just tell you, and I'm just telling you so you know. I don't mean to be tooting this guy's horn, but he's got it, whatever it may be. Let me tell you right now. Any of the people out there that need some help in your business,
All right,
he's the
I
guy
did
to
all
definitely
my,
get
I
a
did all my
contact.
homework. Can I talk to Anthony now?
He took the title from me.
Kenny, you were doing good, bro, you know? You had the
She
whole
gives
like
us
green
these
card
cheat sheets
community
in the
good, you
beginning.
know?
Yeah.
But we do have a question. I do.
Go ahead.
Okay. So one of the things that I'm very interested in wanting to know is that when you're preparing for your motivational speaking of events that you're having, what do you draw on? Because many of us want to get into that business or in that business. So what does Anthony draw upon to make it meaningful and really just find and
You know, if you're going to be a good motivational speaker, you know, you have to know how to react to the crowd's reactions. So you can actually feel it. I could feel the crowd just basically by their eyes and what they're doing with their facial expressions. I could tell when I'm doing the motivational speaking if I'm getting to it.
And if you,
yeah, and if you can't captivate an audience, and it's not easy, trust me, but you have to actually know what you need to say and how you need to say it.
Right.
It's your voice and your
projection.
up and down of your projections that allow people to stay into the conversation. So if I'm talking loud and then I come back, you know, they're gonna quiet back, and then they're gonna step up. So you have to really have some good voice fluctuation.
You know, I have a speaking engagement. I've spoke at a couple different places. I've spoken at like some youth conferences. Being that I was actually, when I was in Chicago, I wasn't a mobster, but I was a gangster, and so I did, you know, gang stuff. So I've spoken with a lot of youth about staying out of gangs, getting out of trouble, and things of that nature. And I actually have a speaking engagement coming up on June 3rd where I'm going to be giving 10 minutes. I'm giving 10 minutes to speak with other speakers about things that I've been through and overcoming obstacles.
Right.
And so what are some of the obstacles that you've overcome, and how would you tell people, you know, to overcome obstacles?
Well, people like, you know, in the motivational speaking side of it, they like to hear stories, right? People can gauge themselves to stories, you know. So overcoming obstacles, you know, is something that I've been doing my whole life. You know, the key to overcoming an obstacle is just understanding what it was and figure out how to go around it, right? It's like hurdles. I mean, we live on a roller coaster ride, right? If you think about it, we're constantly trying to. You remember that roller coaster when you hear that little and it's going up and you hear the click, 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 you know, and you get all the way to the top And then what happens is you got that ride down, and all of a sudden you're back down there again going, what do I do now? So our life is about constantly trying to get up that roller coaster to the top.
Make it to the top.
And then once we get down, how do we get up to the top again? Because it's very hard to stay at the top all the time.
I got a story I got to tell you. When I was in college in Miami,
College.
My last trip to college, I didn't know you, but you were on the radio a lot. I heard
Yes.
commercials and this and that. I said, I'd like to meet this guy one day. I was, the man.
The main man.
Yeah, the main man.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine that I was with in there, Keith, he said he knew you. He goes, he's really, this guy's for real. He's got all these businesses and stuff. And here you are on my show.
Yeah. You
Serendipitous.
know,
Yeah.
and once again, it's building that brand, right? The big cheese.
Right,
The
the
main man.
your commercials made you listen.
I mean, the main man. I mean, most people when I go out, and my wife will tell you, and my daughters and my kids, I'll sit there and people will come up and go, "That's the main man." I'm tired of being tired. Because I sell companies. I buy and sell companies for people. So one of my lines is, "Are you tired of being tired? It's time to call the main man."
Yeah.
And you know what? People are tired of being tired.
I'm sitting there
you know?
going, I'm tired of being in here, man.
I'm tired of college.
Kenny, we need to get T-shirts made immediately with his face on.
But you
I'm
know,
saying I would rock out a T-shirt.
being a
with
business broker, everything in my life have led me up to this part, which is probably one of the most exciting things that I've ever done in my life. I mean, I get to use all my talents of negotiating, all my talents of balancing a buyer and the seller and all the emotion that comes with buying and selling a business. It's not like selling real estate. It's very, very difficult. But in the end, I get to watch somebody pass the baton that they might have had for 20 or 5 or 30 years or 40 years and hand it over to somebody else. It's a very gratifying business.
Right.
You know,
you look like the type of guy that if you don't think they're going to make it, you won't sell it to them.
You know what? And I tell them out of the gate, I tell my sellers, look, I choose the buyer.
Right.
Not you. I choose the buyer. And if I know it's the right buyer for that business,
otherwise you're going to have to
then
be back
I will
in a
do it.
couple
I have
years.
not had a transaction that went bad yet.
Thank
And
God.
that's because I pick who I believe, not only by some of their experience and background, but in anything in life, you always go with what? Your gut. You never never doubt your gut. So if your gut's telling you don't do something,
don't do
you know, maybe I shouldn't shoot this guy. You're kidding me. Maybe you shouldn't shoot the person.
Yeah.
You know, you wind up in jail the rest of your life.
Yeah, Joe's
You
been
know?
in a lot of those situations. You know? The one guy delivered pizza. He had pineapple on the pizza. He pulled the gun on him.
Yeah,
It's like I'm the delivery guy.
If somebody brought me pineapple on my pizza, I'd do it
Not
too.
true.
You know?
It's not true,
I
Bella.
was like that with my ex-husband. I understand.
Yeah, you know.
She pulled guns on him all the time.
So the more of the stories, always go with your gut.
Yeah, I love it.
It always works.
Great nuggets of advice. I mean, honestly, there's a lot that could be taken from your experiences and sharing it. But the question is now, you've done so much. You said already you're working on a really special project that you're going to go ahead and make sure you bring back to this show to talk about. But what else is there that you want to accomplish? This is your, put it on the board. Let's talk about that.
You know, I want to buy an island.
An island.
I want to own an
He's
island.
been talking about this for like 10 years. I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding.
Really?
He's always told me, I want to buy a
I don't
little
require.
island.
I don't
He wants
require
to-
much
island.
space.
He wants
I'll
to
work
hire
with
You
maids
might be able to
and
get a
have
good
them live on
deal.
the island.
You might be able to get a good deal on Epstein's Island.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just, look, everybody has goals, but look, maybe it's a little too late to figure out. I wanted when I was younger. I'm like, I'm gonna buy a football team. Wow, those are pretty expensive right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna make that. There's certain goals you have to back off.
The island's
a little bit,
doable.
right? But
Yeah.
I don't know.
New
You
York
think
might be
about
for
it,
sale.
going to your own island. I mean, what would be better than that? See, to me, it's never been about the money, and everybody knows that about me. I'm not a person that wants to sit there and brag and act like somebody he's not. I act
you
the
worked
way I
for
am
all your stuff, my
because I
man.
worked for it.
Yeah.
I came from nothing.
Right.
When you come from nothing and you become something,
Then you can brag
always
about
go
it.
back to what you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up with nothing. Okay, so I respect everybody. I've never talked down to an employee, and I've never treated anybody with disrespect.
Because you know what it's like to have nothing.
Because
To be
That,
there.
that deserves an amen.
yeah,
That
because
deserves
that's
an
for
amen.
people that just don't care about people. And
That's for
I'm a people
that-
person.
that's
I
people
care
that got
about people.
handed everything in life.
Right. Yeah, you never know nowadays where the money comes from.
You never know. So if you treat people with respect, you wonder why people
And you,
respect you. So
and you raise your kids that way.
I raised them that way, but I also raised them to respect, hard work
Right.
because they don't get handed everything.
Yeah.
They have to work. I mean, I got a 21-year-old
That's
son.
old
My
school.
son Anthony and my son Anthony's in the health insurance business. He's killing it. My son Giovanni, we'll give a little shout out. He works for Jets.com. He's one of the top salesmen there, and he sells jet memberships. He's 21 years old.
Way to go.
You know,
They
so
got the
I've-
gift, huh?
I've trained.
Like
the
New York Jets or Jets?
It's genetic.
Jets, like flying
Gotta
jets.
clear that
I
up.
go to Jets.com.
Yeah, right in Boca, right here in Boca, Jets.com. So, I've taught my kids that if you want to be something, you have to put the effort in.
Exactly.
I was never spoiled. I grew up with a single mother who was mom and dad who was never home.
Right.
These kids lived a little bit different lifestyle.
Yeah.
They-
And on that point, we talked a little bit earlier about that, being Generation X compared
Yeah.
to where the kids are today. Listen, I said before, and I'll say this, when I get someone starting to lip at me, I said, listen, I was here before Google was created.
Right, no doubt
Okay,
about
I
it.
don't need Google to find out anything. I know where you live. I'll find out.
Well, we see what's going on in the generation because I buy and sell companies for a living, right? So what is happening? Well, there's probably maybe 10, 12,000 baby boomers a day retiring. I mean,
Absolutely.
they're retiring one after
We're
the
at the
next,
we're
after
at
the
the
next,
peak.
after the next. Well, guess who's not taking their companies? Guess who? Their own kids.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's true.
So why do you think I'm so damn busy?
Yeah.
Because the generations just don't have that
They don't
work
wanna work.
ethic.
Yep.
No,
They
they
just
don't.
don't have it. And I'm not saying, and that has to do with sometimes the parents.
Yeah.
Teach your kids to survive. Teach your kids to work. Tell them basically if you want something out of life, you got to basically put everything into it or
Yeah.
you get nothing. And, don't give them anything. Make them work for it.
Right.
I mean, do I make my
Absolutely.
kids work for it?
Me too.
Yeah.
They got to work for it.
My
Kids
kids-
aren't getting another
My
thing.
kids had it rough. I was away.
Got that, Nico?
I was away a lot of their life.
Yeah.
They had it rough, and their mom did a great job, and they're 3 good kids. They worked their butts off, and
That's good.
Yeah, I want to make a comment, and 2 things real quickly. So first, back to the Mob King. When we were working the red carpet, under my conditions of my foot, I still managed because I was going to show up.
Did great.
by the way.
Yeah.
Hook
I
'em
didn't
by
even
crook.
know
I
you
was-
had a foot problem. That's how good you
I
were.
had a concussion and a foot problem. That's why I was a little wooey. But be as it may, there was something that came from that was the constant comment. And that was when I interviewed and asked the question, how do you feel about working with Ciro and working, actually, in some points, I did say Anthony. And the one thing that came out was that it was family. You took who was coming up and coming, and it was giving an opportunity who had not had the
Opportunities,
opportunity.
yeah.
And bringing those that, of course, had the record and the seasoning behind them. But that's very important today. And I have to give you hats off to that because that really does go a long way. And that's a big message, is to help the little guy, and just keep it in the family because let them pay it forward.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always believed in life, if you want to do something, then just do it. Don't talk about it. Don't brag about it.
Whose line
Just-
is that?
Just do it.
Joe
just
says that all
just
the
like
time.
Nike, just
Yeah.
do it.
Why do you think people are afraid? What's the fear
Well, because
factor?
most people are afraid of failing.
Yep.
They
that
don't
overthinking?
have.
Is it
they-
overthinking
they-
possibly,
They
too?
just no. They just don't have the courage to get up to a point where they can do it. So it's that courage that causes sometimes that backtrack where they just, they doubt themselves. And most people doubt themselves. Can I do it? Will I do it? What if this happens? It's a what if syndrome.
Let me ask
Everybody
you a
has a
question.
what if syndrome.
Did that ever happen to you where you just like, I can't do this?
You know
Something
what?
happened?
I've never accepted defeat in my life.
Yeah, but
you know,
was there ever a point where things look really bleak?
There's always a time in my life. Matter of fact, when I became a stockbroker,
Yeah.
I had to get a Series 7 license. Do you know what it takes to get a
I
Series
know.
7 license?
Yes, I
Okay.
get.
You
I
know
have my
that that's the
660
second
thing.
hardest test in the United States.
It's harder
Than
than
the
the
bar.
bar, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So talking about failure, here's a prime example, and everybody should listen to this. So at the time I was leaving the health club business because when they took it over, I started building the World Gyms, and they were supposed to give me a percentage going forward, and they didn't. Okay, and I was upset about it because I deserved it. So what did I do? Some guys from the Mercantile Exchange in Chicago came and said, "Man, you don't need to be selling gym memberships. You should be a stockbroker." And I'm like, "What's a stock? What is that?" Right? So sure enough, they're like, "You got to take a test." I'm like, "Take a test? I can't take a test." I'm like, "How hard is this test?" They go, "Oh man, it's really hard." I'm like, "Man." So I go to the firm and I see everybody rocking and making money, and the atmosphere was me. It was fire. It was live. It was.
What year
it
are
was
we in
Wall
right now?
Street.
What
we're
year is
going
this?
in. We're going to 1994, 95. You know,
Wall
and
Street era?
yeah, in the Wall Street area. You know, and I'm like, man, I can do this. But you know what? I had a house at the time. I had car. I had money in the bank. And I couldn't do it because the first time I really worked hard. Probably spent 4 or 5 months trying to pass that test. I failed it the first time. I got a 66. You're supposed to have a 70. So now the second time, I'm going again another 4 or 5 months. I'm starting to run out of money. Okay? Second time, I get a 68.
Oh.
Right?
Ouch.
Wow.
So now I'm like, oh my God, I can't give up. I cannot quit. I can pass this test. If you don't pass it the next time, you got to wait a year. Okay? Talking about pressure. Okay? Talking about pressure. So the next time, I went to the library for 12 hours a day.
That's
my
what it takes.
car got repoed.
Wow.
My mortgage was 4 months behind. Okay? And I'm still a young guy, right? And my credit is ruined now. But I told myself, you know what? Just don't quit, Anthony. You could do this. And sure enough, the third time, I got exactly a 70.
And you were happy.
I remember. Do you remember the Nesty plunge?
Yeah.
I remember leaning back in the chair and falling to the floor, and I cracked my head and had a giant knot on my head, right? And they came running in and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Am I okay?"
Better than ever. Better than ever.
Am I okay?
I can't get up.
And that's what people just need to understand is
Keep going.
if you just don't quit and don't let the naysayers get in your head.
Right.
Because everybody that told me I couldn't do it, I always said, "You're going to tell me I can't do something." As a matter of fact, in this business, in business brokerage, I tried to learn about the business before I got into it. And I ran into one guy who was a top producer, and he said, "You know what, Anthony? If you don't do this, this, and this, you're not going to make it in this business." And I said, "Really? Do you know I didn't do this, this, and this? And now I produce way more than that person."
Hello.
You know,
Yeah,
so,
do it your way.
You know, so I do things my way, like the song.
And it works.
Exactly. I'm with you on that. I feel you on that. I totally relate to this guy. I'm like, this is my dude right here. Because you know what?
It's awesome.
Yo, I claimed him when he walked in, bro. Don't even start now. I had T-shirts made already and everything. What are you
Hold on a
talking
second.
about?
Yo, hold on one second. I made the phone call.
But who said it? Who
Wait,
said
we're
it?
on the same team. There's enough Anthony for
gonna tell you
everyone.
like this.
Stop it, Bella. Share.
I'll tell you
It's
like this.
ridiculous.
Listen,
A
so
fellow
in
Chicago
serious-
guy. I've been in. I've gotten my I've been in movies with my kids, which is really an awesome thing to do. I also when I started my business Mag Shop, I had no idea what I was doing, where I was going. I've taken collage art. I've shown my art in some of the most prestigious galleries in the United States.
Nice.
And then I got into movies because I was trying to get my artwork into movies and memorabilia. And I started doing that, and I started acting. And then somebody came and told me, "Hey, listen, your art would look great on a bathing suit." And I've shown my designs at Miami Swim Week, Chicago. I've shown in Chicago and Orlando and Palm Beach Swim Week. And so when I listen to your stories, and I think if people knew the heartaches that I went through to get to those shows,
It's
to
not
be able
easy.
to do
Of course.
I'm
Yeah.
listening to you, and I'm thinking, yes, you're right. And everybody out there should really be listening to what he's saying about not giving up, facing that adversity that, I mean, you feel like you're about to fall apart and lose everything, and stick with it, because when you make it, you feel that much better. Like, yeah, I did it. So,
But there's also variables in regards to that. He happens to be a mentally strong person. There's alcohol, there's drugs, there's insecurities.
And you know
there's
what? It's good you
depression,
talk about that.
All that
because
stuff. All
I've
those
never
things.
had a
Alcohol
drug
helps
or
me.
an alcohol problem. Okay? You know, and the reason why is, and I understand people that do, and it's tough. It's not easy. Okay? But I've always had more willpower.
Yeah.
If I know that something's going to affect what my life is going to be, I'm
it
not going to
does.
do it.
yes.
So
It does.
if you can't realize that this is going to affect your life, and you know it's wrong and you shouldn't do it, if you can't tell yourself not to do it, then shame on you. You know, shame on you. And I'm not saying it for the addicts that, you know, well, I understand it, but the reality is, if you know it's wrong, just say it's wrong and don't do it.
If you know what the outcome's going to be, don't do it.
And the outcome is always the same.
Yeah.
You got to fight the demon.
And it's not only you, it's your poor family and everybody else that has to go through it with you.
Yeah.
Some people just don't want to be quitters, you know. They just want to just keep doing what they're doing,
Yeah.
to keep drinking and doing whatever it is.
But
they
you know,
do.
I find myself taking my ADD and my ADHD. I mean, my wife says I have everything. You know,
I got my accent.
She says
That's why
I
you
have
fit in
some
so
timers.
good here.
You know, what's some timers?
You blend well.
I got some timers. I don't know. Some timers.
Sometimes
I have CRS.
Sometimes I
Can't
listen to
She's
you.
just making up stuff now.
I like that. I like that. Sometimes I listen to you. Sometimes
I
I
got
don't.
some
Right?
timers, you know, but but look, if you want to become successful, and that I don't care who you are, everybody wants to be on a different level. Everybody does, and if you don't feel that way, then you're not going to get there. The question is, are you going to be able to keep trying and keep dealing with failure? Because don't get me wrong, all this sounds great, but the failures that I had and the problems that I had that went sour, okay, you know, when I woke up one day and the mortgage meltdown happened and I had no business and I had 5 offices and I got crushed, did I quit? No, I reinvented myself.
Keywords. Reinvent yourself.
I reinvented myself. So I became, you know, the main man to the big cheese. And then years later, here comes the main man, but not the main man in the mortgage business now, the main man in selling businesses. You know, so it came back all the way around, full circle. You know, so sometimes you just have to realize.
You made a great point there.
Yep.
You learn from your failures.
You know what? That's the key to any success.
Yeah.
And you know what? The most important thing is just be humble. You know, don't be that guy or don't be that person that wants to act like they're all that. Yeah, I mean,
It's only a matter of time.
You know, I drive a Bentley. So what?
Right.
I don't care. I drove the worst car in the world, which was a Pinto back in the day.
Hey,
You drove a Pinto?
Yeah, I had a
All right,
Pinto.
take your shirt off. All right, Anthony, I thought.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
what
make fun of that Pinto.
but I'm saying, I mean, it
Those
doesn't
are roots.
really matter what you drive or what you wear or where you live. The thing is, you know, there's 3 rules that I have, and you might say, what's the key, you know, to everything? And I'm going to tell you what they are. You guys want to hear it right now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You listeners want to hear it?
Listeners want to hear
There
it.
is 3 rules that I live by. And these are the most important 3 rules that can change your life. And if you're listening right now, I would write them down. That's how serious this is.
If you're driving, don't.
I'm going to give you the best advice in the world. And here's the 3 rules. God first,
Amen.
family second,
Amen.
and business third.
Amen.
And if you keep it in those order, okay, you'll wonder why things happen for you, okay?
Right.
But if you don't, you know, and you veer here or over here, you know, be motivated to make people want to follow you, right? I love for people to say, look, you've done amazing. It's great. But I also like to give back, you know, and giving back to let people know that you could do it. And I'm not better than anybody. You know, I'm just a regular guy. Okay, I'm no different than anybody else. If you're, you know, I mean, I wash dishes 7 days a week at 13 years old. 7 days a week I wash dishes. Okay.
And I bet you still do today.
Yeah, well.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
There was no hesitation
Bella,
there.
work
No, he
with me.
doesn't.
Work
I
with me,
haven't
Bella.
seen him touch a dish.
Who does?
Okay,
Intended.
on Sundays you cook dinner. Okay, I'll give you that.
Listen to me.
dishwashers.
Every Sunday I do Sunday gravy. Okay, we make
Gravy. I love it.
He makes some good gravy.
We
I will
make
say.
6 pounds of meatballs on Sunday.
We gotta come to the house.
42 pounds of gravy in a giant pot. I'm still old school. You know I have 20, 30 people at my house every Sunday.
Well, can you make it 34?
I'm about to say 34 or more. To be honest with you, dude. We're coming
Every
whether
Sunday,
we're invited or not.
I kept the family tradition alive.
Good for
all
you.
my kids know how to cook. All my boys know how to cook. Because I'm like, you want to find a woman, you got to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Right?
Plus, she's from Florida.
You know.
She can't cook.
Yeah.
By
So-
the way, the
make
constant
hell
going
of
on, we always
reservations.
have that fight. Is it sauce or is it gravy? You just nailed it. It's gravy.
This guy's our cousin.
Is it
No, he's
He's
part
our
of
cousin.
He's part of our family. Are you kidding me right now? Take him to dinner. I don't
And
care.
on top of that,
I don't care what he orders.
no
Get
raisins and
whatever he wants.
meatballs.
no raisins and meatballs.
No raisin meat. I love them. Look at them.
No raisins.
No medium shirts either. I bet. We had this guy hung out with us all the time. He used to put raisins in his meatballs.
I think the
Slap
one
in the
thing
mouth. We
that
didn't know.
everybody has learned from this show is if you want to be successful, you should have ADHD.
Exactly.
Wait,
If
make that
we
number
asked him
four.
what he was
Make
just
that
talking
number
about, he
four.
had no idea.
We'll make that number 4.
Yes,
you know?
mate. Yes.
You know, look, it's a
Pineapple with pizza, though.
there's
No.
a thing that everybody should just remember. If you're not remembered, you're forgotten.
I love it.
Will people remember you? You know, and if you can get people to remember you, people like to be around people that they like to be around. You know, the question is, are you that person? Do people like to be around? You know, are you that person that is fun, energetic? You know, I mean, people like to be around cool people, right?
Yeah.
You know, I once heard, and it was a great statement. You know, it's when you have your epitaph, your tombstone.
Right.
The most important part of that tombstone is the birth year, of course, the year that you passed, but it's that dash.
Yeah.
The dash of what happened between those years.
Right.
So that's the takeaway as far as, you know, what you made it. It's a short dash, but man, that was your life.
Did you ever watch The Highlander, the series?
Yeah,
The
of
Highlander?
course.
Yep, of course.
So that's what's on mine. There can only be one.
Did you get that?
You have to watch that movie, that series.
There can only
My
be
dash
one.
is going to be me.
Anthony, it has been a pleasure.
Amazing. Incredible. Are you joking?
Amazing to
Let's
have
go.
you here. Bella, you are a gem, and you're very blessed at the same time. You
And
have
beautiful.
Oh
Yeah,
my
she's
God.
beautiful. She looks
He
just like
finished
a
the
murderer, I'll tell you
sentence
that
for
What
me.
a
right now.
personality,
I swear to
too.
God.
Great personality.
Great personality.
Whoop, whoop,
You
whoop.
need
We
to
love
come
you.
back. I want to sit down and talk with you. We all do. And you have a place here. You are family in the 6th Borough, and we need to take the 6th Borough to the next level. And hopefully you'll join us.
Sounds good.
All right, then. So
Thank
we're
you
going to
so
go
much,
to
Anthony.
thank you.
Yeah,
We're going
you're
to go to
welcome so
commercial
much.
break. Everyone, stay tuned for the second part of the show, where there is health in the 6th Borough, and we're going to talk about what it's like to have healthy sex in the 6th Borough.
Healthy what? I thought this was a PG
It's
show.
PG-13.
Oh.
It's about to get rated R.
Right where you are. We'll be back. Let's go. Yalla Maligan. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The opinions
WNN Pompano Beach, WIRK HD3 Indiantown. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting from the Robes Studio. Injured recently? Call the Robes Law Group, where winning is a habit. 561-570-5700. 561-570-5700. Robes, winning for you and our community. Your home for the true oldies channel. Alexa rocks. And now, so do you.
How can I help you?
Just say, Alexa, play True Oldies FLA.
Okay, playing it now.
Now, you've got the good time oldies. Follow Oldies on social media. See what's happening in the community. Have a laugh with some funny memes. And keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at True Oldies FLA. That's at True Oldies FLA. Have you ever wanted to feel like royalty?
Oh, Jeeves, fetch me my computer so I may log on to the Loyal Listener Club.
Yes, sire.
Join our Loyal Listener Club and sign up today at TrueOldiesFLA.com. Once you're a member, you'll be eligible to get special deals, participate in exclusive contests, and more. Plus, you'll get our newsletter in your inbox, packed with information on your favorite oldies personalities, inside information on your favorite artists, and great music insights. Visit TrueOldiesFLA.com and join the Loyal Listener Club today.
It's Brian Craig here. How would you like a free doorbell camera? You get a doorbell camera, you get a doorbell camera, and you get a doorbell camera. Wish I had them for everyone, but the first 40 True Oldies channel listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects directly to your cell phone with installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands. That's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 arm doors, and a backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 True Oldies channel listeners to dial 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's now for this limited time offer at 1-833-283-5050. That's 1-833-283-5050.
This Kia sales event will be held at one location only, City Kia of Greater Orlando, just off the Florida Turnpike. Drive a little, save a lot.
Make that switch to City Kia.
Get ready for the main event. Thank you for making City Kia the #1 Kia dealer in all of Central Florida and top 10 in the USA. 2 years in a row. Some dealers claim to give you 10, 15, 20,000 over Kelley Blue Book. Does that seem real to you? We didn't think so. City Kia will beat any valid offer in the USA on an in-stock new Kia or pay you $500. City Kia is the #1 certified pre-owned dealer in the USA. This Kia sales event will be held at one location only, City Kia of Greater Orlando, just off the Florida Turnpike. Drive a little, save a lot. Nobody beats a City Kia deal. Nobody. It's the main event. Visit us at citykia.com.
Make that switch to City Kia.
All right, so check it out. We are back. 6th Borough Power.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction.
Wow. Nico, thank you so much for that intro. He did such a great job. I'm telling you. We love you, Nico.
Thank you. I love you too.
Anyway, we've actually had such a
what
great
a
guest
great
on the
guest.
show. Anthony Caliendo and his beautiful daughter, Bella. And we just had such great insight, nuggets of inspiration. Here in the 6th Borough, he's got to come back on. And what was your favorite part, Joe?
I love the whole thing.
I was going to say the whole thing, bro.
Guy was
Go with
awesome.
it all.
Guy was
Everything
awesome,
the man
yeah.
said was like, I don't know, he was like a preacher.
I could have kept talking with him all night.
Yeah, the guy's amazing.
I thought he was a priest.
Coming from the Jutalian, that's all good.
Doesn't know he looked like a rabbi dressed up like a priest. I swear to God, in my mother's eyes.
Well,
I mean, like he was so like every word that came out of his mouth, it was all like, oh, I will change your
And
life.
he backs it up. The guy's super successful.
No, he backs it up. And the best part, if I may, what really struck the chord is that he's ADD like the rest of us retards.
Oh, yeah, there's something to be said for that.
Oh, I apologize. The rest of us,
what, squirrel?
Slow children. But that's what I like the best.
He fit right in with
And
us.
he said, he said the magic word. Every Sunday he makes gravy.
Gravy.
It's not
Yeah,
sauce,
but just so you know,
it's gravy.
Bro, I invited us over. I didn't even wait for him to invite us. I was like, bro, what did you said every Sunday, right? I'm Googling your address. Added 4 more paper plates, kid. We're on our way.
Yeah, well, Anthony Caliendo and the beautiful Bella Caliendo that actually shared a lot of great information. They talked about the movie of the Mob King that had it premiere this past Wednesday night, which now could be caught and seen on Amazon. So once again, check this out. The movie will keep you, what can we say?
On your toes.
On your toes.
He
Keep
said
you on your
ADD
toes.
On the edge of your seat.
That's what's up. Ooh.
All I can say is that
Joe even lisped.
He threw a lisp in there.
Woo!
He threw his scarf and was like, oh my God, in my eye. It's in my eye.
It was a great movie. I mean, the sound effects, the storyline, the acting, some really great talent. And
let me ask you guys a question,
let's
because I know you
get on
guys
to
covered
next.
the
Yes.
red carpet. But in regards to that, do you think this movie would have gotten as far without Anthony?
No, he
That's
took
the
it.
question.
He took
He
it
went
to
to
the,
it, yeah.
he
He's
took
the,
it to the
where
next
they
level.
made the,
He
they
took
made
it
the
over the
movie,
moon.
but he took it to where it needs
Well,
to be.
I gotta say something now. I've known Ciro a very long time.
Sure.
He's been working on this project
Long
a long time. He kept hitting brick walls. The guy, brick walls. When he met Anthony, he struck it.
Wow.
And Anthony said, "Just let me take it."
We need to get Anthony on the show.
We're already working on it.
We got it. We're working on it. So with that said, we actually have, part of the second hour of the show, but we're actually past the second hour of the show. But of course, we promised our listeners and viewers that we were going to talk about something really intimate.
Let's talk about
With
sex,
our
baby.
subject.
health and our health specialist here of the 6th Borough. We have, of course, Karen DeWaskin and the wonderful Brian, who
We
comes
missed
here
you
with
guys.
us.
Welcome, guys.
We've missed you guys. It's been a while, but at the end of the day, you're here now, and we are really interested to see what you have to say, because you know what? I personally think that our life evolves around having a healthy lifestyle, and that includes what we're going to talk about tonight, a real healthy, sexy sex life.
Then I'm out.
But how does that work in regards to, let's say, half the people on the staff
I'm
here?
out.
I'm single, Joe's single, you're single. I don't even know what sex is. And Kenny has sex, I think, on a scheduled program. He's like, it's Tuesday, it's sex time. He's been married for so long that I think it's on a schedule.
Actually, I only have sex on days that end with Y.
Attaboy.
Listen,
That's really good.
I got a notice from Pornhub. It said, "You are a sick MF." Stop.
And there you go, folks. That's why he was at college.
That's what.
You are
the best
one sick
subscription ever.
MF.
Karen, Brian, welcome. Can you please set the record straight with us crazy people that are on this show here today? But how are you all doing? Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Good. Did you just call me Karen? Or
No, I
Lisa?
didn't. It's my ADD.
Is that
I meant to
Karen?
say
Like
Lisa.
the Karen that the kids
Karen.
talk about? Like you're
Lisa.
a Karen?
You know Karen? That's what we're trying to ask you. Do you know
Yes, you
someone
know a
named
Karen, Lisa.
If a guy called her a wrong name, it'd be a
Oh,
different.
she would have already
a whole
been
nother
dead.
show.
She asked her so politely. She was like, "Excuse me, by chance you just call me someone else's name?"
But I have a reason. I got a concussion, so it's okay.
We just got, we're all ADD, sweetheart. We just got stuck on the sex part. We're like, sex, who, where,
I'm
what?
kidding
Squirrel.
about the name Karen,
Nut.
with the kids with the Karen.
Oh, yeah.
You're
You're definitely not a Karen. You're definitely not a Karen. I'll have a talk with myself
good.
later.
We're good.
I know
We're
I'm
talking
single.
about sex
I know
and
why.
fitness and how it correlates with each other, right?
Exactly. Here in the 6th Borough. So
Yeah.
for all of you that are driving, just hang on to the wheel tightly. Don't get excited or too excited. And, we're going to give some really good conversation around this. So the next half hour of our show is going to be based around this very topic. So, Lisa, take it away.
Let it rip.
Let it rip.
Okay, so we're talking about mind, body, spirit, transformation, and you're talking about singles not having sex and couples having a lot of sex, mental health awareness, how to be mentally healthy, you do need to have sex. I mean, really.
But
we
how do you find someone? And
So
it's
wait,
so
is that
random
why-
at our age.
That's another show.
Is that
Well,
why
so I'm just saying, I got to buy him dinner,
Is that
watch
why
a
I'm going
movie,
mental?
pretend I cared what she did today.
And you got Susan
No,
over
you
here.
need to. We're gonna mention a lot of things about.
Let it go. I'm sorry. No
medicine
more
and
interruptions.
like different things we study.
But Lisa, I have a
Journey-
question about that.
Yes.
So, one thing that's very important that we as humans are not designed to be alone. We are designed to be in community and in communication and in touch with each other.
Right.
So, really, are we saying is it about sex? Because sex, yes, does have its wonderful benefits, but is it just also about having touch?
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Awesome.
It's
Okay.
about sexual intimacy, touch, hugging, caressing, making each other feel secure and loved and cared for. And we have a whole list of things we want to talk about
Well,
that
I mean,
relate to that.
Humans are sexual beings, you know. We don't just have sex to procreate.
But let's say you only paid for the girl to be with you for 30 minutes. What could we ask for?
No,
you
that's
know?
totally
what we're-
different.
That's a whole nother show, another experience.
That's like a wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
No, it was
It
30
doesn't
minutes. What do you
fulfill
mean, wham bam? I just chit chatted with you.
but
How's the
it's-
weather?
But you know what? It's not going to fulfill you and the needs that you need for
I just wanna
mental
finish, I think.
health. That's going to be like a quick fix.
Just like a
Just like
Like a drive-thru.
people that are losing weight and they want a quick fix. They don't want to work hard at it.
Like an El Grande meal deal. Say she's
but
Spanish. You're like, hola,
after
mira,
a
¿qué
while,
pasó? You know.
after a while, that's not going
No?
to do it. You need like a soul
Meaningful.
connection. Meaningful connection.
Right. Like paying her bills and stuff, would imagine.
No,
Dinner.
not
That sounds soulful. A lot of the listeners out there, all the girls, this is somebody to call in. You know you want that soulful, hey, you're my relationship. I'm hungry. Feed me. I'm thirsty. Give me something to drink. I want a new car. I kiss on you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's going to
That's
cost
a whole
something.
nother
No,
discussion.
and
It's
talking
going to cost
about,
something. Look at
I know
Kenny
you're
standing
gonna
there all
get to, but
smiles.
The meaningful connection doesn't happen that quickly. You have to get to know somebody. You have to build a relationship with someone. You have to have a connection, a spiritual connection, and really.
Is there like a
take
website we
your
got to go to on
time.
that? Because
No.
I'm running out of time here, honey. I'm half
No,
dead. I don't
you
know,
need
you
to
know?
take your time. Take
Oh,
your
take my time, yeah. So by
Don't
the time that
jump
comes,
into
I got to take
bed.
another pill to make everything else work. It's going to be a great,
Get
you
to
know.
know somebody before you.
You got to get
beep
to know 'em now.
somebody.
Hey.
I'm not allowed
But
to
that's
say
a really
bad
good,
word.
yeah. No, that's a really good point, though. I mean, these days there's a lot of confusion. You know, being single and having to be, let's call it in the 6th Borough, which the 6th Borough can be anywhere because the 6th Borough is everyone. Everyone belongs to the 6th Borough. It's a community. So when you're talking about having a lifestyle of living healthy, you know, there's one thing about just having a sexual relationship, but that's just flat.
Right.
It goes nowhere. So it does not feed the soul, which for women, actually, it's very important that the soul is fed.
Right.
You know, and that
I think it means more to the woman than it does the guy. There's a couple guys there. Gentlemen, what do you say? Joe, do you need your soul filled? I
That's
never
what I
was
just
with
said.
you
We
once
need
where you're
your
like, hey,
soul.
Nico, let's go out tonight and get my soul
Well,
filled.
wait, I know you have
I
a lot
thought
to
something
say,
else had
but
to be
from
filled.
Yeah, exactly. Emptied, I
oh,
thought.
Lord.
a woman's
Brian, you better run with
perspective-
this one.
Brian, you got to give the
Brian,
male's
she's putting it on you.
Brian,
perspective.
set it right. Please set the record right. Will you
But
speak
wait,
up?
my love, before you say the male's perspective, from a woman's perspective, if you love yourself and you're an empowered sexual goddess, the way Denise and I are,
Oh, thank
because
you.
we love ourselves, we are empowered, independent, strong women. We're not just going to go, you know, give ourselves to anybody. We want to feel worthy. Whoever is going to have us is going to earn us and be worthy of our love and intimacy and affection.
But that wouldn't be like,
So-
say something, let's say let's say it was, you know, Denise, hypothetically, and that person's been waiting for Denise. It's been 2 months and she finally decided to give that. Almost to say I was starving. And then when you gave it to me, I'm like, yo, this is what I've been waiting 2 months for? I'm just saying, this is what's going on? This girl can't even ride a tricycle.
You're making her
You know what I'm
blush.
saying?
You're making her
Look
blush.
at Denise. She's all like, I was on top and I got on the
Nico,
bottom. I
hold on
booked
a
her right
second.
off the bed. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
and you're
All right,
gonna be
first of all,
blown
book
away,
Book off the
I'm
bed,
sure.
girl. Come on, white girl. Book.
I'm
Lisa,
sure
let me
you never
respond to that.
experienced
No one
anything
gets
like
no
it.
one gets tired of me. Just saying.
I was going to say, I know I
Just
saw the
saying.
film.
Wait,
Incredible.
but
She
from
got
the
such
male's-
stamina.
You know what she's saying? No one waits 2 months either.
I was going to say, attaboy.
Hey, and can I
Nobody
tell
waits for
you?
this cookie.
If you wait 2 months, it's going to be much more meaningful because
No,
you're
it's
going to
not.
have
It's
a
gonna be,
soul
like,
connection.
more depressing.
Okay, let's talk about our
I actually agree with her.
experience.
I actually agree
Oh,
with
you
her.
do? Okay.
I do. And I'm going to tell you this because when I right before I got married, you know, when we found out my wife was pregnant and everything, we weren't married yet, and so we decided to wait again until we got married to, you know, to go on. And
so she was pregnant, then you waited to get married to have sex again.
When we got engaged, I was like, you know what, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it like if we were
whatever you're doing it
we're
right.
gonna pretend we're doing it the right way. We identified as virgins.
Oh, right, yes, you're a millennial. She's a millennial. Spin the wheel.
But you know what? It's true. It's true. You know, you get what you want too fast, you don't want it anymore. You know what I mean?
Stop it, you guys. Stop it.
Wait, let's hear from a he.
Let's hear from her husband.
Let's hear from Brian.
Brian, let's hear from an educated man.
Brian, you are the specialist here.
Represent for the men.
No, listen.
Represent.
There's two different viewpoints here. If you're talking about just the sexual aspect of, you know, a healthy lifestyle and how it connects to exercise and being healthy, you know, basically 40% of women, 30% of men, based on the sexual medical journals, have sexual dysfunction, right?
The men
Dysfunction or misfunction?
40% of women,
Dysfunction.
30% of men have sexual dysfunction.
Yeah, wait, what does that mean to hear this?
Based on their physical health,
Right.
right? Obesity, you know, being not fit, basically. So what that means and how it connects to the healthy lifestyle that we promote, you know, is the more you exercise, the healthier you are.
I'm gonna put
increases
this in
your
layman's terms. The healthier you are, the hornier you are.
Absolutely.
Well, and there's many
No wonder I've been
factors,
feeling
and we're
good
going to go
lately.
over every point.
Let me go over the factors. Go ahead. What are they?
But wait, from a man's perspective, when you and I, would you say before Brian met me, he was pretty much a male whore? No.
That's okay. I know many of those.
I like that guy.
Don't hold back.
Okay.
You have an OnlyFans, Brian? What the heck's going on here? Who's paying the bills?
He was single and
He
like
just had a
living
friendly
in 40
Peter.
different countries. So I don't blame him for that.
He also was in the middle of like Idaho, peeling potatoes or something. Where was he?
40 different countries.
Oh, he was?
lived
Oh,
in.
God,
So
he's been a lot of experience.
But then we met, and the connection that we had was over like a 5-week period. Didn't it build up to
Well,
curiosity?
There's sex. There's good, healthy sex. You can enjoy it. But then there's the love aspect when you have a relationship, a connection that brings it even more deeper. Sure. That has the, you know, the divine masculine and a feminine goddess, you know, and that, you know, just amplifies everything, you know.
And
So-
when you have a connection, yeah, it's like there's empty sex is great, but there's empty sex and there's meaningful, soulful love.
Absolutely.
That's so much deeper. And I'm sorry if all you men out there watching who love Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am. All of you want a deeper connection. You know it, so listen to what we're saying.
But not too deep, you know what I mean? You know, I'm looking for more of a shallow connection.
Just the tip.
Quite such a
back-
drop the microphone, you know what I mean?
I just want to make sure this is everyone that's listening.
Welcome back to the show.
Everyone
you
that's
get it
listening,
back
we
in
are
return-
PG-13. Just remember.
If you get it back in return and it's mutual, believe me, it's
I better get it back. That's all I know. She's freaking walking. I'll tell you that right now.
meaningful.
I
No,
would
but-
imagine, though. Okay, so the ultimate question. So, for me, no, it's not just for me, but let's just say, for example, you know, when you, how many calories is just, let's say, one burns in a
That's funny because
session?
I looked that up before I got here. It depends because
It depends. Okay.
Like Brian and I can burn 500 calories. Some
I know,
people
but you
can
guys are
burn
like marathoners,
150.
all right, if I
it
may.
depends how strong you are and how if you're squatting, you're
What about the
flipping,
older
you're
gentlemen
up,
that
you're
can't
down,
keep
you're
it, you know,
upside
going
down.
there? Or if you're on a
But if you're
treadmill?
boring and like lying there, 100 calories. We burn about 1,000.
Wow, you just went from 500.
You guys have to send us the video. We don't
So,
believe
I
you.
burn 1,200 because this is not a beer belly. It's a fuel tank for a love machine.
Wait,
Get it, Kenny. Get it.
but that goes to the we have like on the other side of that paper, we have all the list of
Brian, look at him.
what it
I know,
does.
right?
We're
Yeah, but
gonna
that's the
read
things you
what
do.
we studied.
my notes.
1,200 I got to do later.
So you cheat notes.
Yeah, this
Brian,
is
you
good.
made it. You're a sex expert, man. Say hello to your mom on film there.
Get
There
off
she
the bed
is.
and jump on the
There
scale.
it is. You made 1,000 calories you burn every day with your wife.
Read
This is
off
great.
of them. What is
Tell your
sex?
mom we said hi.
Wait, I
For
wanted to say,
people,
Let's hear what you have to say.
Hold on,
So go
hold on.
ahead, Brian. Go for
people who
it.
are physically fit, who exercise, why is it beneficial for having better sex?
let's hear it.
So look, it increases your libido, increases your blood flow, right? Your your arteries and in your private parts, genitals increase. It gives you more endurance.
So does Viagra.
That's
No, when you exercise.
I mean, this is the natural.
But it makes sense when you're feeling really good about yourself and you're feeling strong.
Yo, coach, let me in, coach.
Right, you feel good. You like to look at yourself in the
Coach.
mirror, right?
But when you feel good about yourself and your strength, it makes a lot of sense. You want to be much more active, right?
Of course.
So hence,
You
of
also
course,
want to look good to your partner, though, and laying in bed all naked. You got a belly, what have you. Hey,
I don't know if
the
it's
girls
no,
got a
that's
belly.
what I
couldn't
mean,
possibly.
right? So you're
I got a
less
nice
depressed,
God.
you're less stressed, you're
many
more
months
open,
pregnant are you?
you're more confident.
you feel more confident.
more confident.
Yeah, you do feel. There's a lot to what you are saying, and I get it. What the points behind how having a healthy lifestyle includes having a healthy sexual life, sexual life.
Like, Brian, you know this, because you're into fitness. When you're working out and you feel, and you're working out, you're eating right, you just feel better all around. So of course it's going to help you.
Yeah,
in the
you
bedroom.
feel better. Like we said last time, you have to love yourself, right?
Right.
Now, everybody has a viewpoint of or perception of a perfect person or a
Right.
persona or something in your own mind that you picture as a
Yeah.
perfect person, right? And it's different for everybody. And there is no right or wrong. Everybody's different, right?
You just got to feel good about it.
You have to feel good about yourself.
And then you make your partner feel
And
good.
the more healthier and active you are, it just increases as you go,
And you're more uninhibited. You're not like you're
more confident.
You're right. You let go. You
Let it
don't
loose.
think, right?
Let it loose.
Denise, do you feel comfortable with yourself naked?
Actually, I do.
Oh, just wondering. Like,
Well, there
hypothetically,
you
you
go.
met Mr. Wonderful, and then
No,
you.
I just listen. It takes time to get to that point. Not
Yeah.
every woman is ready to accept themselves, and it's age appropriate as to accepting yourself. And some women have to work around to embrace that, and that also falls for women when you are needing to hide yourself or not feel comfortable in your skin. You're not going to have the most potential, I believe, anyway, in a intimate relationship because you're not embracing who you are.
I don't think men worry about that as much as people think that they do. I don't feel like men are sitting there worried about if they're looking good or not as much as women are.
No,
Well,
men
I
are
do
too
know it's fabulous when I'm there, if I may. I just put the music on, and then the Nico show starts. But I do warn them everything has to be clean in the front up. You know what I mean?
Listen,
gotta
I
warn
got
them.
ultimate
If
dad
I may,
bod.
I'm not messing with no fake hair, and y'all better be super clean, and that's it. I'm gonna lay out the rules.
The basics.
But hypothetically, you have a wig on.
No,
just take it off. You know what I'm
I'm
talking
saying
about?
is that I hear a lot of when I hear women talk about it, right? I feel like women are a lot harder on themselves with their appearance than when men. Men aren't we're not sitting there thinking about. I mean, we might joke about it, but we're not. When we're taking off our clothes, we're not thinking about, is my belly looking bad?
Right,
We
but
don't
Kenny, let me
care
ask
at
All
that
you're
Kenny,
worried about is taking
do
care
the-
of
do
the
the-
party.
the little
Kenny, do the girls stand in front of let me ask you, the ladies, do you guys take your clothes off when you get out of the shower, what have you? You stand in front of the mirror and say, oh, you know something? I should possibly change this. And maybe, I'm
Absolutely.
just wondering, you know what I mean? Do y'all do that? And you're like,
of
I know a
course.
lot of women, like there's some kind of a fat, like right between here, which is not even fat. It's like their bra strap. And they're like,
No.
I'm like, what?
I'm going to set the record straight. Yes, and I got 2 women out, right, with 3.
Let's
women.
hear from the studio audience.
Yeah, let's hear from the studio.
Let's
Girls,
hear from
do you-
the Dominican girl from the Bronx.
you-
Dominicana.
Sune.
No, I'm just
No?
saying. They say, do you look at yourself in the mirror when you're alone? Not examine you know what I mean?
Oh, we had to transfer the mic so we can actually hear the truth over here.
Okay.
Go ahead, go
Let's
for
hear
it.
it.
She said indeed.
Yes, indeed. I believe Karen. Karen. Oh my God, my
Looking for a job.
Everyone's a Karen.
Do we even have anybody on
We're all
this?
Karen.
What the heck? What's going on with my head? This is
Wait, isn't Karen the other lady?
Yes.
Kenny's
Hold on.
girlfriend? What's her name?
So no.
That other single lady named Karen, right? That other
Lisa.
super single lady?
Lisa.
Kenny,
Yes.
super single lady.
I don't know. I'm really having a hard time here. I'm really banked up a little bit, but going back to asking our women in the audience here, it's very true. Women do look
What you just said about the fat over here.
You know what I'm talking
oh
about?
Oh my God! Do you know how many clients
I have no idea what's in their head.
That they're
The lady
like,
goes, "I'm fat."
Can you
She's
get
like-
rid of the
I'm
bra
like,
fat and the back fat? And I'm looking like, where is your fat? What are you talking about?
It's right there.
Even
And I
the
said, just
35-year-old women who are gorgeous.
no, and it's the bra
40-year-old,
straps
50.
choking the boob
Yeah.
and the elbow or whatever the heck
And
this
there's
thing is.
nothing there, but no, for
You
sure
women
they.
care a lot more.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I've heard of so many female clients of mine and friends that are on top of their men and worrying, oh my God, is my stomach rolling over? Are my boobs looking firm?
And we got
Like,
heads bobbing, yes.
If you're going to be thinking about that, you're not going to enjoy
I
sex.
know, I
Look at Joe's all like, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
We're not thinking about
Let
that.
the flobber. Let it fling flobber.
And that's what I tell them. Like, men are
Joe's like,
thinking
is it
about
fat?
that.
He's like,
Why
it's
should
gravity.
you?
It's gravity.
And that's so true, and it's good that you're able to give your clients that information and make them listen to this show and tell them, listen, we're really not looking at that
Right.
as
And-
much as people think we are.
Right. And if I may, there's more. If there's more body, for me personally, it's more pleasure, more. I don't know. So
Well, that's good to hear. More body, more pleasure. We need to run with that.
Well, I, as a
If any single
man,
girls out there, you must have a
I'm
six-pack
more
in order to
visual
holler at me.
too. I like to leave the lights on. I'm visual, not just touch, but I like to see.
Yeah, make sure it's her. You know what I mean? Exactly. I'm just saying. I've had a lot of bait and switch. Hey, listen, Brian. In my day, I've had a lot of bait and switch. All right. I went to the room with this one broad. I turned
on the
around
light,
and she
Nico's
left.
there.
It looked like another blood. I thought you were
Most
blonde, honey.
men
What's
are
going
very
on?
visual. Most
Meanwhile, I
men
knocked the
are.
wig right off
Yeah.
her. Oh, I had no idea.
But, I think to your point, though, going back to everything overall, for women in particular, we are very critical of our own bodies. And if you
A lot
can
of women are
arrive,
insecure.
if you can arrive to embrace your body, and I will be very honest, I've been told that by once before, and I do ask the question, what is it that makes you attracted to me? And I think it's okay for a woman to ask that question. And they say to me,
Boobies.
no, they didn't say that. They said
Joe.
they said the ultimate answer was that you're comfortable in your skin.
Yeah,
That's
right.
so true.
That's
And if
men
I-
saying
in
what
your
they're
body.
trained to say because they know it's not offensive. Joe gave the real
Oh,
answer.
screw you.
That's what it is.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me ask. Hey
Maybe
guys,
he
let me
was
ask you a question, fellas, real quick. If the girl's putting an incredible performance, who's paying attention to her body anywhere? My eyes are rolling in my head. My blood pressure's up. I can't breathe. I'm about to make a call. Help! Help! Okay, and then she's like, "Do I have a belly?" I'm like, "Girl, that's the last thing you need to worry about." You know
I
what I'm saying?
know, but it's true.
You gotta give head to
though.
get ahead, girl. That's what I was talking about. You know?
But going back to, I think that confidence level is critical. And all that does, as you said, Lisa, ties into, and Brian, ties into overall healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
And it is part of being healthy, is to not look at it as being dirty. It's not to look at it as being doing the nasty. I mean, we can call it as a nasty for fun, but at the end of the day, it's part of our sexuality as human beings.
For
And
sure.
humans and dolphins are the only two species on Earth that are known to have sex for entertainment, not for procreating.
That's true.
Everybody, all
That's
the other
true.
animals.
Where did
right?
that
That's
come
true.
from?
That's true.
That's true.
All the other animals have sex for procreation. Humans,
For mating.
yeah,
Yeah.
humans and dolphins are the only ones who do it for entertainment.
Yep.
Crikey! Welcome to National Geographic. Look at the monkey doing
The
it.
pillow and stuff. He's not trying to mate the pillow. He's trying to get when you dog. Like,
What, Kenny? Why are you always raw dogging
I
it,
don't
Kenny?
know.
Is
It's
that
not
bad to
for
say on the show? Raw
procreation.
dogging?
Yeah. And then the other time that they would do the action is to insert dominance. Other than that,
that's true. That's kind of prison life.
that's
Okay, real. And the answer's got to be really quick. I want an answer from everyone, but you got to answer really quick and no lying. Have you ever videotaped yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
Kenny was the only honest
I
person
said that
here.
so quick.
Yes.
Joe's like, look at, I made a novel.
What you said.
Did you ever videotape yourself with a widescreen camera, Joe?
Oh, God.
I don't think anyone has
What
not.
volume do you want?
Atta boy, I didn't know that.
that.
I want the swan dive off the dresser, Joe.
Listen, you saw the pictures of Joe. He couldn't swan dive off anything back then.
Right.
God.
But the bottom line is, going back to how it all ties into being healthy and more fit, is you can enjoy it a lot more, when you're that way.
Yeah, you're not getting tired.
You're not
Or
getting
sweaty.
tired. You have the
Right?
stamina,
or
the
you're not
endurance.
staying in one position because you can't get into another one.
Yeah.
Because you're like hurting, or you're obese, or
you can't find it.
move. Yeah, right.
Oh, I feel like I'm playing Tetris when
Did
I'm
I
out.
just say that?
I know, right?
And that has
What show
nothing to
is
do
this?
with, not being comfortable in your own skin, because everybody's different in that regard,
I'm more comfortable
But-
in her skin, is what I've always thought, not just my own.
But,
I went
it
through
just
a bunch
gives
of-
you that much more enjoyability of, having
So,
sex. So.
if you were to wrap up, quickly here with respect to ultimately a lifestyle that includes a sexual, healthy lifestyle, what would you say is most important to remember, and that advice as to it's okay to find that space?
Confidence within yourself, working out, looking good, feeling good. But physiologically speaking, when you work out, your endorphins go up. You want to have sex more. Your testosterone level goes up as a female and a male. You're horny all the time. You got to just be healthy, exercise, and combine fitness, sex. What?
And ADHD.
But
Love.
you also made the point, the connection, too, is important.
Very important, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
gotta
thank
roll.
you so much for
Wrap it
being
up.
with us. This is we got to expand more on this conversation
You guys
because
will
we
be
got the
back.
boards lighting up. But I just want to let you know that it's wrapping this up. Thank you for being here, Lisa and Brian. I got it right. And so, stay tuned for next week, everyone. We want to hear
Thank you
from
so
you.
much.
You can catch us on the 6th Borough. We'll see you. Yes, we'll have you here next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Until next week, go with the name you know. 6th Borough Power Up Hour. Yalla Baligan. Stay blessed.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its